testing. 1, 2, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Labour! Labour! Are we here? Can you feel the carnival spirit? Can you feel the labor vibes? Labor! Yes, I. Good night, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Gather around. The Dominica Labour Party is in St. George tonight. Mobagatan Zauzav. I'm not hearing all you know. They're asking questions why we come to St. Joe. But tell them we don't need permission to come to Labour City, St. Joe. Labour! Tonight, we're just having a political meeting. There is no myth, no story about it. We can be in St. Joe when we want. And we're here with Brother Kelvadaro, the parliamentary representative for St. Joe City now and until 2019. Tell them that we ain't changing nothing. We ain't changing it. It's Kelva all the way in St. Joe, and nobody can touch that. So tonight we are here to start our program this evening. We have an exciting program for you. It's carnival time, and so we have some wonderful calypso for you tonight. You're going to enjoy tonight's program. And of course, the Dominica Labour Party continuing to bring progress and development to our country. Soon enough, we will be welcoming the Honorable Prime Minister and his lovely wife to St. Joseph City. And of course, we're inviting all of you from around St. Joe to come on board and to be here, right here in the middle of St. Joe. We are live on Kyrie FM, Dominica. And of course, those of you listening at home, we also welcome you tonight. Tonight, I will be joined by Shanks Nichols Esprit. He will be helping me to be the master of ceremony here tonight. So make him welcome. Shanks. Come no man. That's the man that stood strong in Salisbury for the Dominica Labour Party. And Salisbury is here tonight.
Labour, Scaro, Senjo, Kelva, brothers and sisters, we are here tonight. And you have heard so many different stories why we are here. We are here because St. Joe is Carnival City. St. Joe is also Labour City. So we are here tonight with St. Joe and the Dominica Labour Party. Labour!
All right. Okay. So as we begin our program tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to begin our program tonight with a word of prayer. And I want to call on Mr. Emmanuel Dennis to come and to offer up a word of prayer as we begin our program tonight. Make him feel welcome. Put your hands together. Somebody say, Amen.
Good night, Laborites. As we're about to begin, I would just like every person to take a pause and close their eyes and bow their heads as we reverence our Lord in prayer. Almighty and eternal Father, we want to thank you for your grace and your mercy, O God, you have bestowed upon us. We want to thank you for each person, O God, for being here this evening, O God. We thank you for the love you have shared in our heart, O God. Bless us as we continue to celebrate your name, O God. We celebrate your victory. Lord, give us the strength that we can continue to serve you in each and every way, O God. And every person, O Father, who have traveled near and far, O God, to be here, I pray for your blessings upon them, O God. I pray for your blessings upon our leaders, oh God, you have given to rule over this land, oh God. Bless them all, protect them, and grant them your peace, your love, your protection, that they may continue to look after your people, dear God. Grant us all your peace, and let us continue to serve in one peace, in one unity, Father. As we are now, oh God, in this carnival season, we ask you to send forth your Holy Spirit upon us and bless us, protect us, and unite us, oh God, one and all in each other, that we can continue to serve you once and for all, oh God. I continue to pray this evening, oh God, and I ask you to give each and every person your traveling mercies, oh God, as they travel to and fro, oh God, to their homes, Father, and we continue to give you praises as we continue to gather here this evening. In your precious name, oh God, I pray. Amen.
Let the people say amen. Let the people say amen. Yes, of course. Of course, God is good. Yes, he is good all the time. And all the time, God is very good to the Dominica Labour Party and to Dominica on a whole. As we continue our program tonight, brothers and sisters, we bring to the podium a powerful young woman who led the Senjo LYO for several years. A young woman who has been a labor soldier, a red soldier in St. Joseph. Put your hands together, make some noise, and welcome Emily James.
Labor! I didn't hear that. Labor! Moving forward in pursuit of a prosperous, peaceful, and just Dominica. A theme of substance and true meaning. A theme that makes me, even you, proud to be associated with the Dominica Labour Party. Labour! The Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of Dominica, and his wife, Mrs. Melissa Skerrit. The Honorable Kelva Daru, my parliamentary representative and the parliamentary representative for the St. Joseph constituency. The Honorable Justina Charles, Honorable Ian Pinard, Honorable Ian Douglas, and the Honorable Peter Sejan, executive members of the Dominica Labour Party, the media, masters of ceremony, invited guests, and fellow supporters of the Dominica Labour Party from near and far, including our fellow diasporans. The villages of Layu, Mero, St. Joseph, and Bells welcomes you to Senjo City, Carnival City, where we celebrate our love for Carnival from Boxing Day up until Ash Wednesday. Laborites, tonight we are here to send a loud and clear but simple message that we cannot be shaken. Laborites, tonight we remind them that we are not moved by their lies. We remind the opposition that we are well on our way to taking Dominica to another level. Tonight, listen closely, my dear Laborites, to the messages. Listen to what we have to say to you tonight. Listen to the truth and nothing but the truth. Enjoy your evening here in Senjo, Carnival, Labour City. Labour! Labour! Labour!
Keep the music, Mr. DJ, keep the music. Of course. Yes. You're getting the feeling. Is Lucas in the house tonight? Uncle Lucas, where you? Something itchy, where you? Are we voting Labour again? We vote in Labour again and again and again. Yes, 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 yes. Of course. But tonight, I'm happy to present to you. Uncle Lucas, we're coming for you just now. We're coming for you just now. We're coming for you just now. Tonight, I am excited to present a major stalwart of the Dominica Labour Party. A man who has led the Dominica Labour Party as its president for several years. A man who has championed Labour in the Lapland constituency. A man who defeated the leader of the United Workers' Party. A man who came and he's a little man, but a man with a powerful voice. He has led the Ministry of Education. Make some noise and welcome the president of the Dominica Labour Party, the parliamentary representative for the Lapland constituency, Peter Seja. Labour! Labour!
Labour! Labour! To the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica and the distinguished leader of the Dominica Labour Party, executive members of the Dominica Labour Party, comrade ministers and parliamentarians, brothers and sisters, Jean St. Joe, fellow Labourites, Dominicans both at home and in the diaspora, a pleasant good night to every one of you. Labour, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I, as Minister for Education and Human Resource Development in the Cabinet, chaired by Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, I, as Member of Parliament for the Lapland constituency, and especially as President of the Dominica Labour Party, a party which has weathered the last 60 years and still a force to be reckoned with. I am here tonight to tell you, your country is in good hands. Your country, Dominica, is on an upward climb. And most importantly, brothers and sisters, your country, Dominica, is on the move. I, Peter Pepper St. Jean, I'm telling you for sure, this country is on the move. You can hear it in the Parliament of Dominica. You can hear it in the communities. You can hear it in the news. You can hear it in the cabaret, on the highways and on the byways. You can hear it up and down, ladies and gentlemen, at every Bailey Bridge that is erected, every groundbreaking ceremony for a hotel under the Economic Citizenship Program, Silver Beach, Range Kempinski, Bois Coquelet, Dominica Laborites, Dominica is on the move. I am telling you for sure, this country is on the move. And education, my dear friends, is its driver. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is what you get when your leader was the head boy of the Dominica Grammar School. Not someone breaking boys' heads in the grammar school. So, my dear friends, do not fight, do not force, make peace, because your leader is a man of peace. Roosevelt Skerrit is a man of peace. I am telling you, the youth, particularly the students, be peacemakers. Be a peacemaker like the late Isaiah Thomas. St. Joseph, you know of Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is why your secondary school, that shining example of progress on the hill overlooking us, the St. Joe Secondary School, where every day more than 500 young Dominican students go to learn in order to become contributing citizens. That is why, my friends, it is called the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. The name Isaiah Thomas is one that every one of you here in St. Joe know. Isaiah Thomas is well loved here in St. Joe because Isaiah Thomas was a people's person. Isaiah Thomas was a patriot, a man who served his country, a man who sacrificed for his country, a man who helped to bring peace to our beloved country, Dominica. When there was war between the police and the Dreads back in the 70s, when government officials feared to go to the hills, he went up to the hills and he spoke to the guys with dreadlocks. He asked them to come back down to Babylon, and he asked them to make peace for the sake of their country, for the sake of Dominica, for the sake of St. Joe. That is why today a school has been named after Isaiah Thomas. Because, my friends, that is the kind of man that we want our fathers to be like. We want our teachers to be like Isaiah Thomas. We want our students to grow up to be like Isaiah Thomas. Not a head splitter, not a bone crusher, not a slanderer. When court after court condemns him to pay hundreds of dollars in damages for telling lies, for destroying people's lives, and for destroying people's good name. That was not Isaiah Thomas, and that is not the kind of leaders that Dominica wants. I am overjoyed tonight, and I am happy to be in the home of Isaiah Thomas. And I am even more happy tonight to be in the home of Vince Henderson and Kelva Daru. Because the people of St. Joe are people of good conscience. Si ou pa ba Bev Zeb Senjo, Jean Senjo, ou pas si pose van vian Bev. Senjo people recognize good leadership. Senjo people know that leadership matters. In fact, leadership is everything. And character and good conscience, love for the people are everything that we want in a leader. It is because of you, because of your support, that I can stand here tonight and without a shadow of a doubt, I can tell you for sure, this country is on the move. And education is the driver. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you get when your leader finish school, when your leader finish college. Instead of school finishing your leader. So I urge you young people, stay in school like Roosevelt's carrot stayed in school, and do not allow school to finish you. Labor, I tell all of you, the young people, stay in school. This country is on the move, and education is the driver. But that is what you get when your leader was a school teacher rather than a trickster. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow laborites, it used to be that only the privileged few went to secondary school. Now, thanks to God and thanks to the Dominica Labour Party, secondary education is universal. So I am telling you for sure tonight, this country is on the move and Labour Party is moving on. And education is the driver. But my friends, that is what you get when your leader was an education minister rather than a slanderer. Imagine in 2001, only 207 students got their associate degrees in Dominica. 207 students. But by 2011, 2,200 students got their associate degrees. That, my friends, was almost 1,000% increase. That is excellence. That is thanks to the Dominica State College. That is thanks to Roosevelt's carrot and the Dominica Labour Party. So Laborites, Dominicans, I am telling you for sure, this country is on the move and education is the driver. But my friends, that is what you get when your leader values education rather than lies. Brothers and sisters, have you ever heard the opposition talk about education? Magwesa, have you ever heard, just for once, Monel Williams talk about education? Have you ever heard that no GCE, no CXC leader of the opposition, Lennox Linton, talk about education? Well, my friends, how can they bring him to leadership? How can these people enlighten you, the people of Dominica? Tell me then, what will they lead? Maybe they will lead on lies or defamation, insult, slander. No wonder, my friends, we are here tonight and we are not going back. Forward we go, forward ever, and backward never. Brothers and sisters, just consider with me one moment. Tropical storm Erica came. Water and not wind. And Erica damaged 22 of our schools. But guess what? 2 weeks after Erica, 51 of our schools were reopened. And 5 weeks later, after the storm, all of our schools, including Petit Savane, reopened to the children of Dominica. Labour. And friends, 100% of our Dominican children were back at school, learning for a brighter future. Brothers and sisters, the global financial crisis has struck down a deadly blow to every economy in the OECS and the wider CARICOM region. This, my friends, has resulted in massive cuts in education. Most countries in the region have trimmed their education budgets. In fact, in Barbados and in Trinidad and Tobago, 2 of the countries where their citizens received free university education before, we have been made to understand today those citizens must pay for university education. While all of this is happening, here in Dominica, despite the economic depression, despite Tropical Storm Erica, education remains priority number 1 with increasing allocations every year. Brothers and sisters, in this financial year, 2014-2015, the Dominica Labour Party government has approved $12.3 million EC dollars for persons seeking assistance for tertiary education locally and out of state. And that is the period June 2014 to December 2015. $12.3 million approved for the citizens of Dominica to be educated at the tertiary level. That, fellow Dominicans, is testimony to the philosophical outlook of the government of the Dominica Labour Party and its forward-thinking leader, Roosevelt Scarrett, who believes that education is key to a nation's development. Dominica, my friends, is on the move. Come opposition, negligence, Dominica is on the move. In agriculture, Dominica is on the move. In tourism, Dominica is on the move. In health, Dominica is on the move. And ladies and gentlemen, that is development. The only people, my friends, who can stop that move are you, the people of St. Joe, the people of Dominica. You, the people of Dominica. And I hear you say, loud and clear, no way. As forward we are going because labor can travail. And I tell you here tonight, this country is on the move. Education is the driver. But that's what you get when your leader is Roosevelt Scarrett from Vieques. That is what you get when your leader, the greatest Dominican leader since Oliver LeBlanc. Ladies and gentlemen, labor rights, Dominica, you cannot go wrong. You cannot falter once you hold on to the Dominica Labour Party. And I tell you tonight in closing, I am telling you for sure, this country is on the move and education is the driver. But that is what you get when labor is in power. That, brothers and sisters, is what you get with the Dominica Labour Party. Labor! Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Honorable Peter Sejean. Just to tell you that we are also live on Vibes Radio. And also I want to tell you that two of our ministers were not with us for a little while. And they are back with labor, stronger and harder. Tonight we welcome Lady D from Collio. Make some noise! And the man himself, Reggie Austri, is back at work. They cannot stop labor. So, that is what you really get with labor. But brothers and sisters, I need to let you know, or we need to let you know, that the political leader of the Dominica Labour Party,
Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Scarrett, Labour, put your hands together for the political leader and his beautiful wife. Labour, Labour, Scarrett.
Can hear you, labor rights. Make some noise! And welcome the Honorable Prime Minister, Roosevelt Scarrett. And of course his beautiful wife, Mrs. Melissa Scarrett. DJ, okay? We on stage. Give it to us. Give it to us now. Give it to us now. Give it to us now. Ujala, let me go. Can you feel it?
Nujala, Nujala, Nujala.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. Definitely. Scary Jala. Ibakai Piescote ko. Ikaiwete. Kelva Jala. Kelva Bakai Piescote ko. Ikaiwete. Lebo Jala, messieurs, mesdames. Lebo! Yes, the Senjo Lapokabwet will be having carnival in Senjo tonight. Senjo City, Carnival City. But ladies and gentlemen, we are in the carnival season and we have powerful calypso for you tonight. If you like the Ichi Ichi and you want to ask the question, brothers and sisters, make some noise and welcome to the stage from Lapland, Lugas.
Good evening, labor rights. Good evening, how are you? You're doing good. You like the itchy itchy when you make sure you do the action, yeah? Papa di Baba de die. Eh. Boom. Baba do Baba de. You were itchy the last time I saw you. You were scratchy when I spoke to you. I never realized your discomfort till you were caught with crabs living Dominica. How did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? Did you go down in a hole? Did you use your rod? Did you use your pole? How did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? So I am wondering, what were you and security doing for him to get your crabs? Give me. Baba di Baba de die. Boom! Baba do Baba de. The news clip was rather distorting. I couldn't tell the type of crabs you were carrying. Was it the white, black spirit or the Tululu? Security could tell, but the fellow refused to. How did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? Did you go down in a bush? Did you take a dive? I want to know. Tell me, how did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? So I'm wondering, what were you and PM Scary doing for him to know you had crab? Give me. Lucas again now. Bibi do bomba dumbe. Boom. Baba do Baba de. Never trust a man in jacket and tie. You never know what underneath me lie. Crab help a man to build villas. Crabs make others visit doctors. How did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? Did you use a bag? Did you use a rag? I want to know. Tell me, how did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? And I'm wondering, what else was security holding while removing your crab? Let me see you jump. Give me. Baba do baba de dai. Lucas akena keno. Boom. Baba do baba de. If the security was a laborer and not such a committed worker, your trip, I believe, would have been cancelled. But he felt blue, so he made you walk right. Sing, how did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? Did a woman give them to you? Did you pay for them? I want to know. Tell me, how did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? So I'm wondering, what were you and Rascally doing for him to know you had cried? Labor right! Jump! 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 Hey! Babadi bamba di bamba di bamba dumbe! Pula dumbe! Pula dumbe! How did you get them? Sing! How did you catch them? Did you go down in a hole? Did you use your rod? Did you use your pole? How did you get them, mister? How did you catch them? So I'm wondering, what were you and security doing? Labor rights! One love! Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Labor rights, we're going to remix. Novice, you itchy, because you owe Peanut Burns plenty money. Look us remix that for us.
Baba di baba de dai. Baba di baba do bamba do me. Boom. Baba do baba de. You were itchy because you.
Novice, you itchy, because you owe Peanut Burns plenty money.
Let's go. Baba do baba de dai. Pipi do baba do bamba do me. Boom. Baba do baba de. Novice, you itchy.
Because you owe Peanut plenty money. You owe Peanut plenty money.
Get them, mister. How did you catch them? Did you go down in a hole? Did you use your rod? Did you use your pole?
Wonderful. Put your hands together for. Put your hands together, make some noise. For Logan. Wonderful calypso here. And now, the man Shanks will take over.
Labor, you like the remix? Brothers and sisters, labor rights. Right about now, I will call to address you, the parliamentary representative for the Grand Bay constituency, Anes, the wife of the former Prime Minister, Honorable the late Pierre Charles. Brothers and sisters, a very solid woman who is working hard for the continued development of the Dominica Labour Party, Grand Bay constituency, and Dominica by extension. Put your hands together and welcome Nurse Charles to address you. Labour!
Brothers and sisters, Labourites, let me acknowledge our dear Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, and the leader of the Dominica Labour Party. Let us also recognize his dear wife, Mrs. Melissa Skerrit. I also want to salute Honorable Kelva Daru, the parliamentary representative, the hard-working representative for the St. Joe constituency. I want to recognize also all other parliamentarians, all other ministers of government, all our party leaders, members of our Labour Party executive, members of the Labour Party branches and organizations across Dominica, and all of you present here this evening. I also want to recognize our listeners via radio, those who are following via the internet, our people in the diaspora. Let me say pleasant good evening to all of you. And I bring to you greetings, warm solidarity from the Grand Bay constituency. The Grand Bay constituency, a seat that is sealed and secure with the Dominica Labour Party. I can assure you that as the parliamentary representative, I will do everything in my power to ensure that that seat remains untouchable for the Dominica Labour Party. Let me say to you that just about 1 year ago, a little above 1 year ago, you gave us the mandate to rule and to govern this country with the Honorable Prime Minister in the helm. Shortly after that, 6 months after that, we presented a national budget. And a national budget which gave us foresight, which opened the way, which gave us direction that we wanted to take this country through. A national budget that seeks to address all the issues concerning the well-being of this state and the development of this country. But as man proposes and God disposes, so Erica came and struck this country. Soon after, but I say to you, in every situation, let us look for the positive thing in all of it. And Erica brought out again for us the quality of true leadership. Erica showed us what a true leader is, what Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit is capable of doing. Erica showed us what the relationships that this Prime Minister established with all our international partners, what that relationship could do for us. And Erica taught us that this Prime Minister, in his wisdom and foresight, has never failed the people of Dominica. I want to say to you that in spite of all of what the opposition is saying, the Honorable Prime Minister has remained focused with the Dominica Labour Party government and ensure that we can work post-Erica to bring our country to stability, to bring our country to a point of recovery. After Erica, we could not have been gathered that way. But see us today, we are beginning to rejoice at the work of the Honorable Prime Minister and the Dominica Labour Party. I want to say to you that the opposition, even post-Erica, is trying their utmost to destroy the sound and reputable character of our Prime Minister. They are trying to ensure that we will not get the development or the assistance that we are getting. But I say to you, they are too late. The Honorable Prime Minister has set his tone, and nobody can touch that. He has set his path, and nobody can touch that. Tell them we say, the Prime Minister has established his reputation across the globe. He has established that, and nobody can touch that. And as a result of all of that, we are seeing the results of what he has established outside there. I want to say to us, let us not just clap, but let us respect and let us understand and give honor to the wisdom of the Prime Minister. When he takes his decision in the interest of this country, in the interest of the people of Dominica, I say to you, we must not doubt his intelligence and his wisdom. He knows, and we have seen it. We have seen it over the past 12 years. We have seen the work that he has done. Work that no other Prime Minister in this country has done. No other Prime Minister, I can say to you, has done. And we must not allow the opposition to use their gimmick in trying to weaken us. Laborites, be strong. Laborites, stand for what you believe. Laborite, the Prime Minister has set the tone for you. And if he has set the tone for you, he will not mislead us. I say to you, stand up with him for what is right. Stand up for the development of this country. Stand up for progress. We are seeing it. It is evident. And I say to you, they will use all things to try to distract you. They will say things to make you disbelieve. I say to you, remain focused. We are not turning back. Dominica is on the move, and we are not stopping. And I say to you, continue your prayers. We are not stopping. I want to say to you, we saw assistance. We saw people from the relationships that the Prime Minister established. Post-Erica, it did not take 24 hours for us to see response from outside of Dominica. In response to all of the suffering that we went through, it did not take us 24 hours, and we saw the result of what happened. And I dare say to you, assistance continue to pour into this country. It is because of our dear Prime Minister. Let us give him the level of respect that he desires, people. I say to you, the work of the Prime Minister post-Erica has touched the lives of all of us. It has touched the lives of all, whether we were affected or not. And all of us were affected because one of the biggest problems we had was water. Whether we did not suffer damage, but we suffered. Water, though we had 365 rivers, water poured into this country like it would never stop. And all of us were touched. I want to say to you, the Prime Minister has been able to secure resources to touch the lives of all of the people that were affected. All of them. And he has approved millions of dollars to assist people who were affected, whose household items were destroyed. He has approved money to assist all those many people whose small businesses were affected. He has approved money to assist the people of Petit Savan, Koliho, Kulibi Street, Dilbik, Delis, just name it. All of the people who were displaced during Erica. He has ensured that he make allowance for us to house them and house them comfortable. He worked all through from day one to ensure that the lives of the people were made easy. That is a man of love. That is a man of compassion. That is a caring man. That is a man who loves the people. I say to you, stop for a moment and imagine Lennox Linton post-Erica. Imagine Lennox Linton post-Erica. I say to you, this country is just led by arrogance.
this country would be in confusion because he would not know how to turn. Because all his energy is spent on destroying the country. And so if his energy is spent there, I am not sure how he would start rebuilding Dominica post-Erica. I said to you people, let us not just say it tonight. Let it carry us through because we have enough weapon. We have enough weapon by the work that this party has done to be able to deal with the opposition. Arm yourself with the information. Arm yourself with what you see around you. Arm yourself with the words that the Prime Minister continues to utter to us. Listen to all his deliveries. Take from it. Listen to our programs on radio. Arm yourself so that you can be able to stand and defend the Dominica Labour Party. I said to you, leadership is everything. We had that during the campaign and it continues. Leadership is everything. Because were it not for the Honorable Prime Minister, we would not be where we are today, post-Erica. He has that stamina. He has, as I said to you, that wisdom, that foresight, that fortitude to be able to fight, to be able to seek on our behalf, to be able to go out on our behalf. And I said to you, when he go out on our behalf and get whatever he gets to bring back in this country, do not allow the opposition to tell you otherwise. Laborites, do not allow them to tell you otherwise. They try to vilify him. They try to tarnish his character. They tell you, they make all allegations where he has money in bank and where he haven't got money in bank. But tell them, we say, and you must remind them that, you know, our grandparents said, Tosh la duvan, shai la deye. We are seeing it. We are seeing it. We are not praying evil for them. We are not praying evil for them. But what a man sow, that's what he reaps. What a man sow, that's what he reaps. You cannot look at a prime minister who has been working for this country head on every day of his life. I am not sure if he has enough time for his family to take care of us. And for you to have one man trying to destroy his character, trying to tarnish the image of the country, trying to see if they can prevent foreigners from helping this country. And when you finish, you want to tell me we have to look at Lennox Linton as a prospective leader. I said to you, tell them, as we say, to will and come again. Think before they act. I said to you, you have in the Prime Minister a man who has continued to demonstrate prudence in managing the finance of this country. I said to you, while they will want to tell you they wanted to come maybe to be able to play because they realized money was coming in post-Erica. And so they're eager to come in. But the Prime Minister that we put here and all of us give the support to, he can account for every cent. Every cent that came into the country, he can give an account for. I said to them, they will not get in there, not to touch it. I said to you, they are our detractors, but we must not allow them. We must not allow them to make us sideline our move. We have an objective. We have a goal, which is to develop this country. We have to do it, and we cannot allow them to interfere in what we have to do. I said to all of us, we have a role to play. Every man jack has a role to play. Whether you can work, whether you can pray, whether you can give support, encouragement, we all have a role to play. Let us do it together. I want also to say to you, you must look in Lennox Linton. You must look in Lennox Linton and see the kind of person he is. Let us remind ourselves, Lennox Linton, post-Erica, would not be able to smile to people. Let me tell you, it is pressure. Post-Erica, it was not easy. It was challenging. Lennox Linton is a man of arrogance. He's arrogant. And imagine somebody's house is damaged, your content in your house destroyed, your vehicle damaged, and you go into Lennox Linton to ask him for help. The Prime Minister has availed himself to all and sundry
all and sundry to make sure that they are well. Lennox Linton is self-centered. All he thinks of is himself. I said to you, he's not thinking of us. If at all he was thinking of us, the things that he's uttering about the country, the things that he is doing, he would not do. We need to think well when we see those kinds of things. I said to you, he's a man who is bitter. He is angry, and more so with all of the litigation and of all the money that he's been charged now. I said to you, he now has an additional 20 pounds up front to look, 20,000 pounds, to look for. He got the first 80,000. He has a 20,000 pounds to look for. But I said to all of those who are giving it, and all of those who are sitting and criticize that the government is not giving this, the government is not helping who, and the government is not doing what, use the money wisely. They say Lennox Linton was talking on behalf of people of Dominica. Tell me on behalf of who? Not on my behalf, and I'm certain not on your behalf. You cannot speak in on behalf of people and talking negatively about the people and the country. Never. So when he speaks, he's not speaking on our behalf. We must remind him that not on our behalf. I want to say to you, Lennox Linton has a problem of verbal diarrhea. Just talking and talking and talking and talking and saying things. But he must beware. And we must stand with our Prime Minister. When Lennox Linton thinks he can damage his character, we will rally against him. I say to us, we must build a wedge, an army around him to stand with him. He is covered by the blood of Jesus, and nobody can touch that. Nobody can touch the blood of Jesus. So I said to you, let us continue to shower him with praise. That is what has been taking him through. And it will continue to take him through. Because he was placed there by God. Not by man. By God. And what God puts there, no man can remove. No man. Until he says he is ready. So I said to us, let us continue to give him that support. Lennox Linton is a man who does not have compassion. He doesn't have compassion. He's not a man of love. He speaks before he even thinks. Where you ever hear people just babbling, just speaking without even thinking of what he's saying, and not turning back to even apologize for the things that he say, that he should not say. Tell me, how can you have a man like that as a leader of a country? I said to you all, do not take him lightly. But he will continue, because let me tell you, God is still at work. He will continue to say things. He has to continue to say things until he self-destructs. He has to continue until he continues completely destroy himself. I want to say to you, we have in the Prime Minister, he is our Prime Minister. He is a son to many. A son to many. He's a father to many. Not just his 3 children. He's a father to many. He's a husband to one. He's a husband to one. He's a relative and friend to many. And so that is why when we speak, we have to remember that. We have to remember the amount of lives he has touched. The amount of people's lives he has transformed. And so, we cannot allow people to destroy that. Tell them we will stand until the end with him. We will stand until the end. Tell them to will and come again. I want to say to you, before I leave, we are into the season of carnival. I want to say to you, because of their arrogance, we must be very careful. We must be very careful and stay away from them. We must avoid them as much as possible. Some people tend to use carnival to hit back. I say to you, let us remain focused. Remember, we take the cue from the Prime Minister. A man of love, a man of peace, a man of understanding, a man of forgiveness. Let us take it from him and let us make sure that we can continue to walk the path that he has set for us. Let us continue to enjoy carnival. Enjoy it in peace. Enjoy it in love. Ensure as mothers, as parents, look over our young people. Be each other's keeper. Be a mother and a father to every child during the season. Ensure that our children leave home without weapons. These are our young people out there. They are the leaders of today and tomorrow. So we need to be able to take care of them. They will determine how we live our twilight years. I always remind people. So we cannot ignore them. They are ours. So I want to say to us, continue to enjoy the carnival. Enjoy it in peace. Enjoy it in love. But above all, let us remain focused and let us continue to work along with Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit to ensure that this Dominica Labour Party can continue its mandate, can continue its work of development in this country. We have gone too far to turn back. We ain't turning back. Tell them that. We ain't turning back. So let us all play our part in ensuring that we can continue along the road. May God bless all of you. I pray God's blessing on all of you, on the Prime Minister and family, on all members of cabinet, that when we move, no man can touch us. We are covered, and let us continue to move. Labour! Labour! God bless.
Put your hands together for Nurse Charles. Labour. Labour. I want you all to imagine for a little while. Si nous teni novice pour Prime Minister après Erica, ça nous teke a Dominic Jody. If it wasn't the Dominica Labour Party and Roosevelt Skerrit, after Tropical Storm Erica, Dominica would be no more, brothers and sisters. It is the Dominica Labour Party and Roosevelt Skerrit only could restore Dominica to the state it is after Tropical Storm Erica. Labour? Labour? During the election campaign, one of our mottos was Labour ka travail. And Tropical Storm came, Erica came, and we saw the true hard work of Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party, brothers and sisters. And one man who was at front in carrying out all the hard work in restoring the country, in putting back the belly bridges, in restoring the roads, is none other than the parliamentary representative for the Point Michel, Soufouye, Scots Head, Point constituency, Brother Ian Pinard. Labour! Labour! Put your hands together and welcome Brother Ian Pinard to address you, the Minister of Works. Labour! 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 Labour car! Labour car!
Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Skerrit, Honorable Kelva Daru, Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency, other cabinet colleagues, parliamentarians, people of Galion, Scotshead, Soufriere, and Point Michel, Laborites, Dominicans, and of course you, the people of St. Joseph, good evening. It's wonderful to be here in St. Joe, home of Kelva Daru, your solid and hard-working parliamentary representative for the past 6 years. And it's wonderful to be here to see the sea of red here in St. Joseph. Laborites, Dominicans, I am here to report to you on the Labour Katwavai government. I am here to report to you on a government who has never taken its boots off since 2000. I am here to introduce you to the government. A government who took us out of the financial pit caused by UWP. A government who introduced the housing revolution so Dominicans can have the opportunity of owning a home. A government who introduced universal access to education and free school transportation so every child can go to and from school. I am here to report to you on a government who has spent over $500 million in infrastructure development over the past 10 years to ensure that we are going into the 21st century. Laborites, Dominicans, through Erica, came as a thief in the night. Your government, despite the great loss to our people and our country, is working harder to rebuild a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Dominica. Dominicans, when you hear idle men spending hours, day and night, loitering the airwaves with their innuendos and lies, your Prime Minister and ministers are busy working. We are focused. We are committed to transforming our economy so you can have the best life. Labour! Labour! Consequently, I heartily report the progress we have made post-Tropical Storm Erica. In spite of the fact we are operating in a challenging financial climate globally, and grant financial projects aren't as forthcoming as before, we have invested millions of dollars in the Ministry of Public Works and Ports. A contract of $33 million has been signed for works at the Douglas Charles Airport. These works include drainage, the apron and the taxiways, which will be repaired, as well as the road leading to Wesley will be properly restored. Lights were restored using solar lights, and work is progressing satisfactorily on the fencing of the airport. We were able in record time to resume night landing at our airport. Significant work has been done in the dredging of the Melvin Oil River, and this will continue regularly. As I mentioned, dredging of the Melvin Oil River, you would have noticed that while driving around Dominica, our rivers are piled with sand and silt and stones and other debris. We have already awarded contracts to dredge the Calibishi River, the Pishley River, and the Canary River, and very soon other rivers and ravines. Tropical Storm Erica wiped out major bridges and also made many communities inaccessible or with limited access. Bailey bridges were received and installed in Makushri, Batali, and Point Round within days of the storm. This, my friends, is leadership at its best. Leadership by the Dominica Labour Party. With grant funding from the People's Republic of China, we'll rebuild the damaged infrastructure caused by Tropical Storm Erica on the entire Eo-Liblan Highway. In the meantime, we have made the road a lot safer for you so far. We have also seen major damages in the Rosa Valley area, and we are committed to building better the damaged infrastructure. Very soon, Trafalgar Bridge to Wharton Waven will be completed, and the river wall to Papiot. The repairs to the Coptal Bridge, together with other projects, will be done at a cost of $4 million. We have asked the private sector firm to help in designing the failure at Cabanis in Fokani. And as soon as it's complete, we will rebuild the necessary river wall in that area. So people of the valley, we will do all the necessary work we have to do so that the valley will be better than before. Labour! Labour! We see the Loubier to Bagatelle and Fossoja area devastated badly. And your government is committed to rebuilding those areas better than before. We have decided to use the offer of assistance from the British of close to £30 million to fund these projects. In the meantime, your government in the next couple of weeks will improve the road network between Pishley to Bagatelle and Fossoja. And we will improve the Geneva Bridge at a cost of $500,000. The East Coast area, especially the Boetica Gorge, was a very big challenge for us after Tropical Storm Erica. But we were able to open the Bailey Bridge on December 24th, and the persons from Boetica and Delis are driving back and forth all around Dominica. We are going further, ladies and gentlemen. We have sent out letters to 3 companies requesting proposal for designs for the construction of a permanent bridge at Boetica. We are also spending over $5 million in between Boetica to Delis in the next couple of weeks and months to rebuild and repair all the infrastructure destroyed and damaged during Tropical Storm Erica. Labour! Dominicans, although Tropical Storm Erica robbed us of many of your livelihood, your government remains steadfast in providing employment to the citizens of Dominica. Since Tropical Storm Erica, over 500 persons have been directly employed through the multiple projects undertaken by the Ministry of Public Works and Ports. Your government has been able to stimulate the economy through the contracting of skilled construction workers, heavy equipment operators, truck drivers, contractors, masons, carpenters, and laborers have all been actively employed. Our many hardware businesses have seen increases in sales from purchases of steel, cement, lumber, sand, and stones. So you see, my fellow Dominicans, from the maintenance workers to the engineers, the Dominica Labour Party continues to ensure you are able to provide for yourself and your families. Money in the hands of your pocket, ladies and gentlemen. Labour! Labourites, Dominicans, we have close to $700 million in infrastructure damage caused by Tropical Storm Erica. And we are giving you the commitment that is the strong leadership of Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. We will not just rebuild, but we will rebuild a better, stronger, and safer Dominica. Labour! The St. Joseph constituency was also considerably devastated by Tropical Storm Erica. The people of St. Joseph, Bells, Mero, and Layu, we are giving you our commitment that the CDP project will commence in a few months, starting with the construction of the fully equipped emergency shelter and response center in Layu. The Layu River dredging, roadworks, and river walls will be constructed, together with the construction of the York Valley Bridge by the People's Republic of China. Your bypass between Layu to St. Joseph is still on the table of your government, and it is a project that we will do for you. Your pal rep will speak more of this in his address. So tell me, Labourites, Dominicans, how do you grade your government? Tell me, how do you grade your government? Do I earn A? Do I earn A? Ladies and gentlemen, Labourites, Dominicans, when they ask you questions or make baseless accusations, tell them that your government is focused and committed to restoring our country to total normalcy. The leadership of UWP does not love Dominicans. Ranting and idle chatter are for fools. The management of this country shall never be handed to irresponsible and desperate men. Tell them, Dominicans, tell them, Labourites, that you are proud of your Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Tell them that you are proud of your ministers. Tell them that you are proud of your government, whose action speaks louder than bickerings. Labourites, stand firm with your PM. Stand firm with your government. God bless you. God bless Dominica. I thank you. Labour! Labour!
Put your hands together for Honorable Ian Pinard. Let me inform Honorable Ian Pinard that he made one mistake. He said the rating for the government is A. But I heard the crowd say that the government rating is A+. Labour, We are being broadcast live on Kyrie FM, Vibes Radio, and live streaming on the internet. Brothers and sisters, your government is working for you. And in recent days, you have heard the opposition talk about economic citizenship, brothers and sisters. Let me tell you something simple. The people who are receiving Yes We Care support is from economic citizenship, brothers and sisters. The people who are studying overseas and are receiving assistance from this government, the money comes from the economic citizenship program, brothers and sisters. The people who are 70 years and older and are receiving the $200 pension, that money comes from the economic citizenship program, brothers and sisters. And the people who are employed under the NEP, that money comes from the economic citizenship program, brothers and sisters. So you have to defend your government on this program, brothers and sisters. And let me go further and say to you that all the governments that we know, at least that I know, had an economic citizenship program, brothers and sisters. The problem with the economic citizenship when the United Workers' Party was in office is that when Edison went to the people to ask them to buy economic citizenship, they didn't used to buy it because Edison they told lad. But Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of Dominica, is a handsome man. So every time he reaches in front of the people, they rush and they buy the economic citizenship program, brothers and sisters. And that is the problem. And Lennox Linton and the United Workers' Party knows that. That se book marigot la yo toled. La yo wive duva se mun la kadi yo pale baga yo. So that is why the economic citizenship program is so successful under Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party. And if at all, God forbid, that Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party is out of office, that program will stop, not because the government of the day wants it to stop, but because you're to lead, brothers and sisters. Labour! Labour! Brothers and sisters, let me call to entertain you the three-time Calypso King of Dominica, a soccer champion, a man who has represented us in Trinidad and Tobago, brothers and sisters. Welcome and put your hands together for Calypso King, Hunter, 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 Hunter. Labour! Labour!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, DJ. Brothers and sisters, we will move to the next speaker. The next speaker is the son of a former leader of the Dominica Labour Party. The next speaker is the nephew of our great Rosie Douglas, brothers and sisters. The next speaker is the parliamentary representative for the Portsmouth constituency. Put your hands together and welcome Brother Ian Douglas to address you. Labour!
Labour, Labour, Labour. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful constituency of St. Joseph, the heart of the Dominica Labour Party. Labour, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Skerrit, the Honorable Kelva Daru, Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency, my colleagues both on the stage and under the tent, Jasen Joe, Laborites, good evening. It is always a pleasure when Laborites gather to support the Dominica Labour Party. I didn't hear you. I said it is always a pleasure when Laborites gather to support the Dominica Labour Party. When we are quiet, when we don't speak, they think that we are asleep. But we are steadfast behind Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party. Ladies and gentlemen, let us understand the modus operandi, the way of doing business of the opposition, the United Workers' Party. Let us understand the tactics of the United Workers' Party. The United Workers' Party are a bunch of irresponsible opposition members in the Commonwealth of Dominica. They were born out of irresponsibility. They survived out of recklessness, ladies and gentlemen, and they continue to propagate reckless behavior in the lives and affairs of the Dominican people. That is United Workers' Party. And I will take you through the history of United Workers' Party, brothers and sisters. They are threatening the economic well-being of this country. The opposition is on a campaign to denigrate the great work that Roosevelt Skerrit and the Labour Party continue to do for you, the people of Dominica. So it's you they're against, not Roosevelt Skerrit, not the Dominica Labour Party. Roosevelt Skerrit can leave office tomorrow morning. The Dominica Labour Party members and ministers can move on to other pursuits in life. But the Commonwealth of Dominica will always be ours, brothers and sisters. The Commonwealth of Dominica will always be our home. And when United Workers' Party go on a campaign to jeopardize this country from advancing, they are jeopardizing your very lives, your future, and that of your children in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Let us understand that, brothers and sisters. Let us get that very, very clear. Let us put aside for 1 minute our party colors, brothers and sisters. Not red, not blue, but we are Dominicans at the end of the day. Anything that happened to this country, we all will feel it. When Tropical Storm Erica hit, brothers and sisters, it didn't only destroy the homes of Laborites. It didn't only destroy the constituencies that Labour Party had won in the last election, brothers and sisters. The rivers didn't flood only Laborites. The entire country felt the impact of Tropical Storm Erica. So when those fellas go about denigrating the name of Roosevelt Skerrit and jeopardizing the chances of Dominica's progress, it is our development and that of our children that they are playing with, brothers and sisters. And we must understand that
Brothers and sisters, had it not been the case where we have the most credible leader in the Caribbean, had it not been the case where we have the most well-respected prime minister in the Caribbean, were it not the case where we had at our helm one of the most distinguished diplomats since post-independence Dominica, brothers and sisters, in the person of Roosevelt Skerrit, Bal Tegetwenu, brothers and sisters, the devil would have run away with this country already. Thank God we have the leadership in this country who is well respected regionally and internationally. And when he steps out of Dominica, he can bring back the necessary resources that we need to continue the development of the Commonwealth of Dominica, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, it is not easy out there. Don't think it is easy because you see millions coming into the coffers because of Roosevelt Skerrit. Every regional country right now is reeling, brothers and sisters, under the economic hardships left over by the financial crisis that hit the world, brothers and sisters. Every single country around us, before we used to receive Western Union and MoneyGram from our relatives outside. Right now, we have to be sending money for them in other countries. Not one single person in this country had lost their jobs. In fact, we have created jobs because of the NEP and other initiatives by this government, brothers and sisters. That is what we continue to do. Brothers and sisters, when United Workers' Party go on a rampage of lies and propaganda, attacking the Prime Minister, attacking the country's development, brothers and sisters, they jeopardize our very lives. They jeopardize our ability to continue to raise money through the economic citizenship program to do all that we have to do on your behalf. That is what they are doing, brothers and sisters. All right-thinking Dominicans, not only labor rights, all right-thinking Dominicans must rise up in condemnation of Lennox Linton and the United Workers' Party. We must do that. This is not a political issue. This is not a party issue. This is a national imperative, and we have to stand up and condemn the antics of United Workers' Party, brothers and sisters. But it's nothing new. This is not new. This is their habit. If you go back to the 1990s, in 1994, Edison James, when he was leader of United Workers' Party, you remember he told the Americans, President Bush, do not come to Dominica to help with our international airport because he will be interfering in our internal politics. That is where Lennox Linton get that bad habit from. That is where United Workers' Party, brothers and sisters, get that malmania from, brothers and sisters. That is not responsible politics. That is not responsible behavior by statesmen. That is reckless politics. That is jeopardizing your lives, brothers and sisters. So now that we see Lennox Linton writing to the Queen, but brothers and sisters, can you imagine Tiboila hard user sack with salt writing to the Queen of England to ask the Queen not to accept Baroness Scotland as the director of the Commonwealth, brothers and sisters? That is what the kind of politics that they engage in. So we have to remain focused. We cannot afford to get sidetracked. We cannot afford to get discouraged, brothers and sisters. Because the economic citizenship program is the linchpin, brothers and sisters, upon which the economy sits going forward, brothers and sisters. And it's nothing new, you know. It's nothing new. The economic citizenship program is not no magic. Mamo had an economic citizenship program in the 1980s. It's nothing new, brothers and sisters. Mamo and Greystone started the Layu River Hotel right across the road under the economic citizenship program. And the same United Workers' Party again in opposition. You remember their phrase, Ching Chong go home. That is what they were saying in opposition. Reckless set of fellas. They do not want to see any kind of development that can come to Dominica under the Labour Party and Roosevelt Skerrit, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, from day one that the Prime Minister took over the helm in this country, brothers and sisters, he has always said that we cannot depend on local resources to develop Dominica. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit always told us that we need to use our foreign policy to drive our national agenda. And that is what we have been trying to do with the economic citizenship program. We have forged the friends we need, brothers and sisters. We have built up the credibility that we need. We have the respect of the international community, brothers and sisters. And every month, United Workers' Party have another propaganda spreading about Roosevelt Skerrit and the government. Every month they have a different one, brothers and sisters. If it's not how much millions he have there, is who he give passport there, who he made a diplomat, brothers and sisters. When United Workers' Party was in power, you heard about Christopher Skase and Al Masari, brothers and sisters. Let us not forget that that is the history of United Workers' Party. That is the history of those guys. So, brothers and sisters, the strategy of the Workers' Party is one of deception. One, to spread lies and propaganda, to deceive you, to make you frightened, to make you discouraged, and to make you lose hope. But we have to remain steadfast. We have to remain firm. We have to stick to what we know, brothers and sisters. And what we know is Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party. We have been recovering well after Tropical Storm Erica. The ministers who spoke before me told you about the many programs that we have put in place. Look at the country, brothers and sisters. Less than a year after Tropical Storm Erica, people coming for carnival cannot even believe that we suffered Tropical Storm Erica. People coming here for carnival tell me, but what all you was talking about? Where the damage? Where the wreckage? That is because we have a leader at the helm in the country who is efficient, productive, brothers and sisters. That is Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit. Brothers and sisters, on the other hand, what are the choices? What is the alternative? The same man that told us that he believed in the Privy Council when we were going around the place telling you about the Caribbean Court of Justice. He was against the Caribbean Court of Justice. He said he preferred the people in England to make decisions on his behalf. That's what he said. He said the judges in the Caribbean would be bought by political partisanship, brothers and sisters. Do you remember he said that? He went all the way to England, pay his passage, get on British Airways, go in a hotel, take some lawyers, white lawyers in England, to go to the Privy Council in England. And the Privy Council told him what you had already told him on December the 8th, brothers and sisters, 2015, that he is a liar of the greatest order, brothers and sisters. So there is nothing he can come to tell us now. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, that Lennox Linton can tell you now to sidetrack you, to derail you, to move you from your purpose. And your purpose is to support your party that you put in power to continue to work for your development and your betterment. Brothers and sisters, every lawyer that just come out of law school, ask them. Every lawyer know that clients come to you and you work on your client's behalf. Some clients don't want their business on road. Some clients don't want their business in the media, brothers and sisters. And when these big businessmen all over the world come to invest their money into the offshore sector, brothers and sisters, they want to remain anonymous. So lawyers know that you form companies for businessmen all around the world in the offshore sector, and you put what is called proxies to run those companies. You put the name of your secretary to run those companies. But Lennox, Linton, and United Workers' Party want Dominicans to believe that Roosevelt's carried out millions all over the world. Brothers and sisters, don't get fooled. Don't get hoodwinked by that cautioning, by that stupidness, by that macaque politics that United Workers' Party is trying to play, brothers and sisters. Stay steadfast. Stay focused on the matter at hand. And the matter at hand right now is the recovery of our blessed Commonwealth of Dominica. The more dirt that they sling, the more mud that they spread, is the stronger we get, brothers and sisters. The more resolute that we get, brothers and sisters. The more they spread propaganda about our leader, about our party, and about the government, is the stronger we get. Because our priority is you, the people of Dominica. That is what we are concerned about. And that is what we are interested in, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, the latest tactic of United Workers' Party is one scandal a month. Every time you put on your radio, well, I don't listen to QFM. I don't listen to Q. I don't want to know what they're saying. I don't want to know what they're talking about. I don't want to know who they're talking about. I do not listen to them. I got to St. Joseph very early today. I prepared myself, put myself in order, walk around the village, meet one or two people. I was on the back street there. I was checking my phone for messages. A partner come in my ears and say, "What you doing on the back street now, boy?" When I look, Blessings is asking me what I'm doing on the back street in St. Joseph. Blessings. Blessings. Blessings asking me what I doing in St. Joseph. I have been in St. Joseph since I was an infant. St. Joseph has always been one of the pillar constituencies of the Dominica Labour Party. And you have to remain so, because we decide to meet the people, because we decide to have a political public meeting, they're running scared. They're spreading all kind of propaganda and rumors. They say Kelva get his green card, so he go in, and we bring in Vince back, and we want to bring Vince. All kind of stupidness, all kind of foolishness, brothers and sisters. No matter who runs the St. Joseph seat in the next 4 years, Kelva, Vince, anybody that runs for the Dominica Labour Party will win this seat for the Dominica Labour Party. It is as simple as that. Anybody who runs this seat will win the seat. So we're not here to talk about seats. We'll deal with that in 4 years. We are here to touch base with you. We are here to meet you, to report to you, brothers and sisters, to tell you about the plans and programs for the next year, for the next 2, 3, 4 years of this government. We are here to tell you how focused we are on the recovery effort. We are here to tell you about housing. We are here to tell you about the NEP. We are here to tell you about agriculture. We are here to tell you about fishing. That is what we are here to tell you about. We're not interested in politics yet, because no matter when Roosevelt Skerrit choose to call the election, whether it's next year, the year after, 3 years, we will win the next election, wherever, however, whenever Roosevelt Skerrit is ready. So we're not worried about that, brothers and sisters. Just be aware that all of the rumors, the lies, and the propagandas, especially about the economic citizenship program, is all it is. Lies, rumors, and propaganda. But they cannot stop us. They will never stop us. By the grace of God, we will continue to move on. We will continue to serve you, brothers and sisters. We will continue to work for you, brothers and sisters. We will continue to transform your lives for the better in Dominica. So as I leave you, brothers and sisters, I ask you to stand firm. I ask you to hold strong. I ask you to be resolute. There is nothing that you need to be afraid of. He who is for us is greater than he who is against us. We don't break the rearview mirror of the vehicle already. We're not looking back. We're looking forward with purpose and conviction. We in the government, for our part, brothers and sisters, we are disciplined, we are focused, and we are resolute. We are asking the same thing of you. We know that there is a lot to be done. We know that sometimes you are dissatisfied because we haven't touched you in the way that you expect yet. But every single Dominican, not only labor rights, every single Dominican will be touched by this government. I speak at liberty because I know Roosevelt Skerrit and I know the kind of man that he is. I don't need to ask his permission to tell you that your lives will be made better as long as he's Prime Minister. This is my conviction. This is my conviction. I know that, I believe that, and it will happen before the next election. Every single one of you will feel the power of the Dominica Labour Party. I promise you that. And we will stand by you. We will continue the recovery effort. We have started to build the houses, and you see, friends again, and respect from the international community. The storm hadn't even settled yet, and we received 300 houses from Venezuela to resettle the people who had lost their homes. Every single day, leaders around the country continue to call Roosevelt Skerrit. So don't make nothing interfere with that. I have taught you their tactics tonight. When you hear them on the radio again, remember I taught you their tactics. They are here to spread propaganda, to derail us, to prevent us from bringing about development to the Commonwealth of Dominica. But nothing can stop us. If God be for us, nobody can be against us. And we are moving forward with purpose, brothers and sisters. So once again, I thank you for coming out here to show your support. I thank the people of my constituency who are here tonight. I thank you for coming out. They know they can't touch us in Portsmouth. We have no competition in Portsmouth. But we want every single seat in Dominica to become like the Portsmouth constituency. Every single seat. And it is getting there. Right now, Cottage is safe. Honorable Reginald Street is recovering. But we are the big brothers of the Cottage constituency. And we are there with the Cottage people. Vickers, don't even talk about Vickers. Take out Vickers, Penville, Tebow in that. They cannot touch you. Paybush is strong and resolute, brothers and sisters. Colio is strong and resolute. Even if Sister Lady Catherine Daniel was sick, brothers and sisters, Colio, Jubla, and Biosh remained resolute. And their prayers has brought her back to us safe and strong and energized, brothers and sisters. So we must make every single seat in Dominica as strong as the northern seats. And that is our work over the next 4 years. To make every single seat, every single laborite, every single Dominican strong and resolute. And that is the message I want to leave with you tonight, brothers and sisters. God bless you. Continue to support your party. Continue to support your prime minister. And we shall move forward together forever. I thank you.
Put your hands together for Honorable Ian Douglas. Portsmouth is solid. Brothers and sisters, we're going to entertain you. And we're going to call to sing for you Dominica Mighty Sparrow Scrunter. We call to sing for you the Freetime Calypso King, former Road Match King. Put your hands together. Labour, Labour, and welcome Scrunter to sing a song for you.
Hold on. Just 1, 2, 1, 2. All you hear me clear? Let me say good evening to St. Joe. And good evening in a special way. I want you to put your hands together for your Prime Minister. And put your hands together for yourself for keeping the fire burning. And in a special way, I want you to welcome back to Dominica Labour Party and Mr. Paul Alexander, the Labour warriors in St. Thomas. Whoa! We're gonna keep them burning. Okay? They say Labour go quiet. Let's prove to them Labour go quiet, man. Let's go, DJ. Shake it up. Hey! The heat is on. Labour Party heat is on. Huh? Shake. Aye. Yeah, we go. Aye. Hear me? Some man want to run the country, but they have no capability. Huh? Shake. To mind if you green, yellow, or black, you must have Dominica at heart. Huh? Right now, my country making progress, which means our leader is very blessed, who behaving like they power possess. I believe they want to feather their nest, but let me warn them, keep the fire burning, keep the fire burning, burn them with your vote on election day. When you vote in a party, make sure you vote Labour Party. Keep the St. Joseph, I can't hear you. Keep the fire burning. I can hear you. Burn them with your vote on election day. And anytime you vote in a party, you have to vote Labour Party. Vote the Labour Party all the way. Somebody make some noise. Labour. Shut it up. Let me go. Aye. Shut. Hear me? Housing and education revolution has been doing well for the nation. Shut. The past wasn't so pleasant, but I'm impressed with the present. Huh? Aye. And if we continue where we're going, our students' loan money keep flowing. Well, I am proud to be a Dominican, to be the most educated people in the region. That's why I'm singing, keep the fire burning. Labour, burn them with your votes on election day. Anytime you vote in a party, it have to be Labour Party. Vote the Labour Party all day. Somebody make some noise now. Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Burn them with your votes up. Aye. Aye. Anytime you vote in a party, it have to be Labour Party. Vote the Labour Party all the way. Oh, yeah. I like to see you there, boy. I like that. Shut. Let me go. Why? Hear me? You know, I cannot trust Lennox Linton to be prime minister of this nation. The projects that on go all stop and the foreign aid that go cut short. You know why? In this hard economic time, we have no oil, copper, or gold mines. We need a leader to stand from the front with visibility and skill to achieve the things we want. Hey, let me tell them, keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Burn them with your vote on election day. Anytime you vote in a party, it has to be Labour Party. Vote the... I can't hear St. Joseph! Burning! Burn them with your vote on election day! Anytime you vote in a party, ladies and gentlemen, Labour! Somebody make some noise now! Why? Shut it! Why? Hear me? The onus on you, Dominicans. You must make the correct decision. Hear me? All the eloquent speakers on cue. Don't allow that champ to distract you. Never! Boy, if you take a drive around the country, open up your eyes and sure you go see all the progress taking place frequently is all because of Skerrit and Labour Party. Well, we rise. Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Burn them with your vote on election day. Anytime you vote in a party, make sure it's the LP. Vote the... One love, ladies and gentlemen, one love. Keep the fire burning.
Thank you, Squinter. Somebody make some noise! Yeah! That's right. It's always good for Labour Party to gather together. You feel like his election are coming, man? The kind of thing I seen on there. Is the election coming? It's wonderful to gather together, back together again. We have 2 more speakers to go. 2 more to go. One of them is a young man, former president of the National Youth Council of Dominica, parliamentary representative for the St. Joseph constituency, the man of the moment. Give him a fine welcome, welcome. Calva Darrow!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you too. Who jobless? Who jobless? Can you feel the power of the Dominica Labour Party? Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit and Mrs. Skerrit, Ministers of Government, the Deputy Leader of the Dominica Labour Party, Mr. Ambrose George, the General Secretary and Executive Members of the Dominica Labour Party, my supporters and family listening in diaspora, in Antigua, in St. Martin, in New York and New Jersey, in Guadeloupe, and all over the world, the prayer warriors of the Dominica Labour Party, labor rights, members of the media, and to you, the people of the St. Joseph constituency, who have kept your faith and confidence in me to continue to represent you and to speak on your behalf. The people of Mero, Layu, Bells, and St. Joseph, good evening. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to stand before you this evening and to address the hundreds of Labour Party supporters gathered here on Main Street in St. Joe at this very important public meeting. From the very first time I addressed a political rally back in 2009, during my first term in office, I spoke to you from my heart and with a genuine love and concern for you, the people of my constituency, and Dominica by extension. And tonight, 1 year into my second term, I speak to you with an even deeper concern and appreciation for you, the residents and people of my constituency and Dominica. I have absolutely no reason to plagiarize someone else's speech or pretend to sound smart to catch any votes. I came to you as your humble servant, born and raised on the Mon in St. Joe, lived my entire life in this community, worked hard and became an integral part of this community because of the goodness of God and you, the people that I serve. My track record in this community and this constituency is unmatched. So tell them I say, will and come again. Permit me at this time, my dear friends, to recognize a stalwart of the Labour Party here in the St. Joseph constituency. I refer to a man who has stood firm with Labour and has provided a wealth of political knowledge to me. He has been through a lot of political battles and has demonstrated a high level of commitment and dedication to the party by the formation of party branches here in the constituency, providing much needed advice on political issues and being the ultimate Labour warrior. Join me this evening, my dear friends, in a huge round of applause for Mr. Vanos John Charles. Also, allow me on behalf of the St. Joseph Constituency Association to express our deepest sympathies to the family of Mr. Ferdinand Labour Eugene, who passed away last Saturday Our prayers are with all of you at this time of mourning. Jacinto, are you there? Are you there? Ladies and gentlemen, your Dominica Labour Party is not asleep. Your government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, is wide awake. And we are taking no prisoners. We are very much aware of the times that we are living in and the political environment that surrounds us. And tonight in St. Joe City, we are going to send a very clear message that you don't mess with the Dominica Labour Party. We have worked too hard to get this country where it is today. To give our children opportunities as never before seen in this country. To put programs in place to safeguard our elderly and to bring across a level of development unheard of in this country's history. Labor rights, Dominica will never forgive us if we were to make this mistake and allow a bandwagon of selfish, unambitious, incompetent men to take over this country. Here in the St. Joseph constituency, we continue to stand firm with the Dominica Labour Party. We started back in 2000 with Hendo, and the baton was passed on to your humble servant. And we will continue to vote the Dominica Labour Party. And tell them that I say, anybody that they send up here in St. Joseph against me, we will put them into political retirement, my dear friends. Labour! This constituency will continue to support our Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, a leader who has steered the ship through turbulent times and continues to show great potential in taking this country forward, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is everything. And there is absolutely no comparison between our leader and the other guy. We continue to see the true spirit of leadership here in this constituency, because I have stood with you through good times and through bad times while others were in hiding. Right after Tropical Storm Erika, we here in St. Joseph was not hardly hit, but we put our boots on, we put our gloves on, and we invaded the neighboring communities of Kulibistri and Kolio. We adopted them as our very own and brought relief to them, my dear friends. Labor Katwavai. What we started here in St. Joe, it motivated other communities to follow. And all those of you who played a major role, and a small role as well, I say a big thank you to every single one of you, my dear friends. After Erika, our farmers throughout this constituency had no access. And I visited every single farm road in this constituency to ensure that we brought heavy equipment and provided the opportunity for the farmers to get back to their farms and to begin producing again. We had to cut new roads in Bells and in the Clagall Valley, and as well as to clear several regional slides. And the farmers of Bells will tell you that I visited that community every single day until that road was complete. Because I understand, my dear friends, what it means to the farmers of Bells. Because the farms is their livelihood. That is how they make the money to send their children to school. And as your member of parliament, I could not sit back and do nothing about it. I had to put my boots on and get into action to ensure that you, the farmers of Bells, could get back to your farms, my dear friends. In this constituency, we are no strangers to disaster. And we showed our resilience as a people, a resilience to hard work and to help our neighbors. We recall the collapse of the Mate Dam in 2011 and the devastation that it caused in the Layu Valley area. And we here in St. Joseph experienced tropical storm Ophelia, and we saw the impact that it had here in this community, my dear friends. So we know what disaster is about. Labor rights, ladies and gentlemen, this government has continued to deliver on every single one of its social programs. The Yes We Care program, the allowance to 70 and over, the school bus program, the school transfer grant. We have maintained these programs in spite of the challenging times that we are in. This is a government that is at work, my dear friends. Our farmers throughout the constituency, you continue to benefit from fertilizer. And I have ensured that you have received fertilizer. Every single farmer in this constituency, you have received fertilizer to go back to your farms. And to you, the farmers in the Mero, Cuba, Cahome area, I have visited you on your farms. I have listened to you. I know the condition of your road. And this evening, I want to report to you that the cabinet of Dominica has approved $6.3 million under the BAM to address 14.2 kilometers of road at the Mero-Cahome Road that will rehabilitate this entire road and ensure that the farmers of Mero, the farmers of Salisbury, the farmers of St. Joseph, the farmers of Makushui can have proper roads to get back to their farms. Ladies and gentlemen, Labour Katwavai. And I can tell you further that the tenders are out already for this project. The tenders are out, and soon the contractors will be selected, and we will see work commence on that road. Because I know the condition of that road, and I have met with the farmers of this area and the farms to ensure that we can take you to a proper road to get to your farms, my dear friends. Right here in this constituency, this government has invested $10 million in the abattoir at Layu Park. $10 million, my dear friends. And while some have criticized it, I want to recognize the efforts of the Minister of Agriculture, my good friend, Honorable Johnson Drygo, who has led the process. And in December, we witnessed the testing phase of this project. And we had 10 young men from this community employed. And we are now in the process, my dear friends, of finalizing the workers for this abattoir and ensuring that you, the farmers, the pork farmers, the poultry farmers, you will seek to benefit. And this abattoir, my dear friends, has tremendous potential because not only will it cut down on our food import bill, but it will provide the opportunities for the development of small businesses. And we will target our young women, and we will ensure that we give them the startup they require to go into the serious farming to provide for the abattoir, my dear friends. These are opportunities that we are making in the area of agriculture for our people here in this constituency, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Employment Program has touched this constituency in a very big way. And in this constituency, we have 50 individuals employed under the National Employment Program. 50 individuals in various areas. We have those on the beautification and cleanup project. We have those on the Yes Wiki aspect. We have the teachers at the preschools. We have the cooks at the schools. We have the interns, my dear friends. And I can report to you this evening that 5 interns from St. Joseph have found good permanent jobs coming in from the NEP program, my dear friends. So when they criticize the National Employment Program, we told you that we provide our young people with a start. And from this program we are seeing real jobs, permanent jobs emanating from the National Employment Program. And this program will continue under the leadership of Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, here in this constituency, and you need to know that for yourselves, my dear friends, when you hear them speaking bad of your government, so you can defend your government. Just in St. Joseph, we have 143 individuals benefiting from the 70 and over allowance, my dear friends. And that comes up to an amount of $22,000 monthly. And we don't ask them if they support us. But once they are 70 and over and they qualify, they get it, my dear friends, no matter the color. I have seen the Blues going for it at the village council. I have seen them. But we will give it to you because we are a caring government and you need it, so we will give it to you, my dear friends. This is what the Labour Party stands for, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, in the area of healthcare, we have a very competent health team here in St. Joseph. And when I met with the health team in December, they said, Pal Rep, we need our ambulance. And I had already sat with the Minister of National Security and told him that I need my ambulance in St. Joe. And I can report to you that we now have a brand new ambulance here in St. Joseph at the fire station, my dear friends. Labour Katwavai. Because you see, my dear friends, I take my representation seriously. Because you, the people of this constituency, you have elected me, and I have a right and a responsibility to ensure that you get the representation that you have voted for, my dear friends. And that is why I want to continue to urge us here, not just in this constituency, but throughout Dominica, to continue to place great emphasis on our health. Let us be mindful, my dear friends, of chronic non-communicable diseases. And let us ensure that we keep our surroundings clean. We beautify our surroundings. We do not litter, but we ensure that as individuals, we take up our responsibility to ensure that every nook and cranny in this country is kept clean. And Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit is leading the charge on that. And we, as individuals, as Dominicans, as Labourites, we have to ensure that we take up the mantle and we follow suit, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, this government is serious about washroom programs. And we started the washroom program to eliminate pitch latrines across this country. And we started the program here in this constituency, where throughout the constituency, we have already constructed well over 20 washrooms, my dear friends. And I can tell you, the people of the St. Joseph constituency, that right after the carnival, we will be receiving in excess of $200,000 to take care of 25 washroom facilities here in this constituency to get rid of pit latrines, my dear friends. Because we understand that the times that we're living in, the health of our people is important. So we need to ensure that we give you the facilities that will boost that of my dear friends. And this is an investment that we are making here in this constituency to provide 25 brand new washrooms in this constituency. And Bonzi, I have not forgotten you and the residents in Ochobando, because right after the carnival, we will be making available to the village council in St. Joseph $120,000 to do the footbridge in Ochobando next to Mr. Shaden John's residence, my dear friends. This bridge was washed away by the river when Tropical Storm Erica passed. And we are going to get to your bridge back. And I told the Prime Minister, I want my bridge in St. John for my people. Because this bridge is very important. And I'm going to deliver that bridge to you right after the carnival here in St. Joseph, my dear friends. So it is coming, Bonzi and the other residents in Ochobando. We have completed the Mero Village Road and street lights in Mero. And we have also approved an additional 15 street lights here in St. Joseph. And we have just completed an additional 23 street lights in the community of Bells. And we will continue to ensure that throughout this constituency, we light up this constituency, my dear friends. Labour Katwavai. Ladies and gentlemen, Jean St. Joe, you recall in 2014, on the political platform, I told you that I will deliver the St. Joseph Boulevard to you. And this was not a promise in the sky, my dear friends. Because I can tell you tonight that $2 million has been approved to begin works on the St. Joseph Boulevard, my dear friends. And I have the drawings right here with me for this massive project, my dear friends. $2 million, my dear friends. And before the elections is called, I will ensure that this project is completed for you, the people of St. Joseph and Layu. And we will ensure that we have the facilities here. Because this will be, and Mr. Pinard is here from Suvia. And I can tell you, Mr. Pinard, I know you have the boulevard in Scottsdale. But when this one is completed, it will be the best boulevard in Dominica, my dear friends. And this is the drawings for it, this is the estimates for it. And $2 million has been approved to start this project, my dear friends. Labour Katwavai. I am not playing with my representation of my people. Because you see, my dear friends, you have elected me and I have to speak on your behalf. And that is why, my dear friends, we will continue to assist those of you with small businesses in this constituency. We will continue to assist the sports teams in this constituency like I have always done. The Bells water supply of $4.5 million. It was partly affected by Erica. And pretty soon, my dear friends from Bells, you will have pipe-borne water at your homes. The 2 major tanks are intact. But there are still some work that we have to do after Erica. And we will get that done and ensure that we can commission the Bells water supply so the people of Bells, Penrise, Clogomier, Sultan, you will have pipe-borne water at your homes, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, they said we could not have done it. They said we could not have delivered it. But this Labour Party delivered to every high school student and every student of the Dominica State College a tablet, my dear friends. We delivered our tablets. We delivered. And when we make a promise, we keep our promises, my dear friends. This is what Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party is about, my dear friends. And tell them this is no coconut tablet. Sapa tablet coco. Ladies and gentlemen, culture and festivals remain a highlight here in St. Joseph. And that is why, my dear friends, we are here in St. Joe tonight, because St. Joe is Carnival City. And just 2 weeks ago, those of you who were in St. Joseph, you experienced the biggest carnival opening right here in Dominica, in St. Joe City. And I want to say a very big thank you to Emily James and her team for organizing this event. Your hard work has paid off, and I say hats off to you, Emily, and your team. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to thank the professionals from this community, both those here and in the diaspora, for your continued dedication to developing this community. And I want to highlight in a very big way the Eden and Emilia Baptist Foundation for your hard work and efforts in providing equipment to our health center, school supplies, and so much more. Angie and Rachel and all the team, I say thank you so much for contributing to your community and for ensuring that in spite of everything, you can come back to St. Joe and show them that you can make a meaningful contribution, my dear friends. Labor rights, your government remains committed to the task of moving this country forward. But we will only achieve this if each and every one of us plays our part in nation building. We can't develop this country by calling the radio station and cursing Dominica, because Dominica belongs to every single one of us. And if we are serious about development, our attitudes must change, my dear friends. Elections might be 4 years away, but now is the time to put our gloves on and to lift our shovels and to build Dominica so our children and our children's children can have a brighter future here in this country, my dear friends. And so, my dear friends, we need your support to build this country. Because I know, especially those of you in the diaspora, one day you may come back here and reside. And you have to make a contribution, my dear friends. My good people of Miro, Layu, Bells, and St. Joseph, I remain committed to serving you. You have elected me to bring effective representation to you. And as long as God blesses me with health and strength, I will be here for you, to work on your behalf, to speak on your behalf, to visit your children at their schools, to laugh with you in the good times, and to be a shoulder that you can lean on and cry on in the bad times. I will ensure that this constituency remains a force to be reckoned with. And with your help, my dear friends, I will be with you for another 5 years, another 10 years, another 15 years, my dear friends. God bless you. Labour! Labour! Labour!
Thank you, Brother Kelva Daru, the parliamentary representative for the St. Joseph constituency. Make some noise! Thank you. We're just having a little public meeting in St. Joe and see what Labour do. Labour! We're going back to some entertainment tonight before we bring on the next speaker. Make some noise and welcome former Freetime Calypso King of Dominica, the Soca King, Hunter!
Good night, everybody. How you feeling? All right, here we're going to do. We have 5 minutes. So in that 5 minutes, I'm going to give you 3 songs, but it's very important that you listen to the lyrics of the song. All right? DJ, those of you who believe Dominica is going to rise to the top, say hey, hey. Beat beat. Papa turn on do do. Sit it parado. Yes, you can take away my children, wash away their homes, cause me stress and mayhem, but you cannot take my dreams. You could wash away your bridges, take away my riches, destroy all my beaches, but you cannot take my dream. Those of you who believe we're going to rise, do so. Dominica gonna rise. I know we will rise. We shall rise. I know Dominica will rise again. We gonna never give up. I know we're gonna rise. We shall. Dominica must rise. We shall rise. Dominica guaranteed to rise back again. But you know what? Yes, with love and unity, we're gonna build back this country. I know we will rise. Dominica going to rise again. Yeah, with Christ in the center, we bound to recover. I know we gonna rise. Dominica is going to rise again. Do so. Oh God, Donna, papa, Donna, papa, we going to rise. Dominica must rise. Para, pidi Donna, papa, Oh, cut. Next song. Right. All you have to say is not yours. New song, first time, Senjo, we launching tonight. We launching it tonight. Pepidi. We launching tonight. Papanado. No, you had it. Many years the Red Party in the house. Respecting the rules, you have no choice. But hear this. From since you slept on the floor, swear to God you out of a war. Every time you clean the way, hear this. You and your posse getting on Malcasi. You so rude and comparison. Hear this. They even want to change the speaker position. Boy, this party is not yours. Not yours. Not yours. This house session is not your own. Not. This house party is not yours. Not yours. Hey, hear this. I watch you close in the cabinet, looking for utensils you didn't get. And it's like your competition wouldn't stop. All day looking for spoon and for cup. This session is This party is not your own, not. This whole session is not yours. This session is not your own. Everybody take a bounce now. Deep, banangalana, tigit, banangalanga, deep, deep, bye, bamalai, satanai. Cut. All you think it easy. All you think it's so. The thing is, we haven't got much time, so we have to do it. Let me see something red everywhere. Red, 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 red. Woi, woi, woi. Everybody sing. Beat. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-na-doo-doo. Oh, oh, oh. Everybody all right? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-do-do-do. Da-da-da. Now hear me? Just because you bounce back and you're looking good, now they want to be in the neighbor. Your economic on track, no turning back. Now they want to. These same people hurt we for years, cause we so much pain and tears. Now they want to come back again to cause you frustration and pain. Dominica in red, you have peanut blue. I want them to know you are beautiful for sure. I want them to know you so lovely, you are new. I will never forget, no, the way they stress you with so much debt. I will never forget the way they stress you with so much. Take a box. Thank you. Don't forget to get your CD. Brand new Hunter. Love you.
Thank you, Hunter. Only Dominica Labour Party can bring the kings together and bring the political giants together. You want more Calypso? We're bringing another king one time. Put your hands together. Make some noise. Welcome, Daddy Chess.
Wait. St. John Massive, are you there? Somebody scream. Let me go. Hands in the air. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh. Sancho, let me go. Let me see them Labour Party to the bar. Whoa. Yeah, man. 37 years we celebrate. Want everyone to appreciate, cause the spotlight is on the nature aisle. So we the masses must pay the right profile. I have seen it in my dreams. We will reign supreme. Oh, the gem of the Caribbean, West Indian Queen. Oh, so tell me what I want to know. How bad do we want to grow? Hard work is imperative. We'll write down the positive. Come on, show me the seal. We're working to turn the wheel. Let's commit to labor for real. Somebody put your hands in the air. So we promise to be all we can be. Oh, and we promise to support the Labour Party. Oh, and we promise to work as a team. Motivation from within. Promise to uphold the law. No finish with major. We'll put our faith in Jaja. We guarantee to prosper. If you believe, then let it show. Let's go! Jump, 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 jump. Forward we go. Forward we go. Forward there we go. Somebody scream! Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh 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 oh. Sergio, let me see that Dominica to the ball. Dominica to the ball. Oh 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 oh. Yeah man. The cleanup campaign has begun. Mentally we will reform, cause a new day was born to this country. Demonstrating collective energy. From the voice of just one little girl, unity unfolds. Oh, selfishness was left out in the cold, a sight to behold. Oh, man, this little rising star brought our country together. Red and blue in harmony, dancing to one symphony. The formula to progress, we fought in a song contest. Let's prove the air simply. Put your hands in the air. So we promise, and we promise to support the Labour Party. And we promise to amalgamate only positive intake. Promise to defend with pride the land in which we reside. We'll put our faith in Georgia. We guarantee to prosper. If you believe, then let it show. Take a jump, take a jump, take a jump, take a jump. Forward we go, forward we go, forward we go, forward there we go. Put your hands in the air. Na 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 na. Whoa, oh 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 oh. Yes, man. Let me see the Dominicans to the ball. Labour Party to the ball. Oh, 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 oh. The blade of glory lies ahead. 70,000 to be led. Success to be bled from every stone. We've devoted Labour rights to the bone. Wear your country's name with pride, flaunted worldwide. Whoa. When the hand of Jah is at your side, you can't be denied. Whoa. So tonight we will celebrate. Let the whole world through the gate. Remember 2008, time to regenerate. Tomorrow we stand as one. Put talk into action and let the world know we belong. Put your hands in the air. So we promise to be all we can be. Whoa. And we promise to support the Labour Party. And we promise to be true leaders, servants of followers. Promise to exemplify that in which we prophesy. We'll put our faith in Labour. We guarantee. If you believe, then let's show. Let's go. Forward we 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 go. Forward there we go. Take a jump, take a jump, take a jump, take a jump now. Forward we go. 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 Forward there we go. Somebody scream. Forward we go. Forward we go. One love. Love you. Forward. Somebody say fire.
Yes, 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 yes. That's the Labour Party for you. It's carnival and politics all in one. So those who are not going to enjoy carnival, well, you know what? You just had your carnival compliments. The Dominica Labour Party. Labour! Brothers and sisters, we are live on Kyrie FM. We are live on Vibes Radio. We are also live on the internet and live on Channel 13 Mapping Television. So, at this point, it gives me great pleasure to bring to you the final speaker of the night, the parliamentary representative for the Vickers constituency, the political leader of the Dominica Labour Party, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit.
Honorable Kelva Daru, my dear brother and friend, and some say son, and Parrot for Senjo, my cabinet and parliamentary colleagues, Laborites of St. Joseph, Laborites all, both here and in the diaspora. I want to extend special greetings to Honorable Lauren Barnes Roberts, who is here with us. Also extend special greetings to Mr. Paul Alexander. I wish to extend special greetings to Michael Pecker Leblanc, a stalwart of labor, who is here with us. And I also want to extend greetings to Ambassador Henderson, listening all the way in Singapore tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. I greet you good evening. Let me say very early that I am here tonight as the political leader of the Dominica Labour Party. I wish to say that I left the Prime Minister in Roseau. Comrades and friends, Christmas was just a month and a half ago, so I will be very kind and generous tonight. Firstly, I want to start by assuring the opposition that in spite of all the wrongs they have committed against Dominica in the last 13 months, I will not call a snap election on them tonight, so they can stop trembling in their boots. Comrades and friends, I sense that some of you are so incensed by the irresponsible and reckless behavior of the other side that you would wish for me to do whatever I can to remove some of them from public life, including calling an early election. But I am not in a frame of mind this evening. My position is that this Dominica Labour Party has been given a mandate by the people to govern this country at this crucial juncture. And from this, we shall not deviate. Back in 2014, none of us knew what would have befallen us in the form of Tropical Storm Erica less than 1 year later. By this time, in this new term of office, I was hoping to be monitoring along smoothly with the implementation of our manifesto promises and building on the solid foundation we laid in previous years. However, my dear brothers and sisters, man proposes, but God
disposes. Brothers and sisters, cast your minds back to the morning of August 27 last year, when you awoke and found Dominica in that unrecognizable state. Can you, my dear brothers and sisters, can you imagine Lennox Linton and that band of political misfits occupying the seat of decision-making at that time? Seriously, comrades and friends, on the morning of August 27, who in the Caribbean, the region, and the world could the leadership of the United Workers' Party government have turned to for immediate help and attention? They have made an enemy of every friend of Dominica. Everyone who has befriended us, they have taunted and tormented. Think about it, my dear brothers and sisters. The French, the Chinese, the Cubans, the Venezuelans, the Moroccans, the British, the Belgians, and the Trinis, and the list of countries continues. All our friends came to our assistance. Where were the friends of the United Workers' Party? Who did or could Lennox Linton have called the morning after the storm? He has cursed and vilified 90% of leaders, countries, corporations, and individuals that assisted us. So to whom would he have turned for help after Tropical Storm Erica? Think on these things, ladies and gentlemen, and see what you Laborites across the length and breadth of this country saved all of us from when you returned the Dominica Labour Party to office on December 8th, 2014, with a fourth consecutive mandate. The regional and international community does not respond to an SOS simply because a distress call is made. There are countries in the region and the world that experience similar situations and no immediate help was forthcoming. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, years after disasters, some countries are still waiting for help and assistance. We live in an age where friendships, relationships, and goodwill matter. We live in an era where the leader of a country responds to a colleague's cry for help, depending on the last encounter they had. Ladies and gentlemen, journey back with me on the morning of August 27, 2015. And tell me the leader, tell me the country, tell me the private company, tell me the club, group, organization, tell me the individual that would have dropped everything and run to the aid of Dominica under the leadership of Lennox Linton, Monel Williams, and Thompson Fontaine. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear you tell me who they could have called for help. Do you recall how Linton bungled the issue of the election of the new Commonwealth Secretary General? Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, the government of Barbados, where Sir Ron Saunders lived and paid taxes, publicly declared its support for our candidate, Baroness Scotland. The new leader of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Timothy Harris, reversed a decision taken by his predecessor and decided to vote for Dominica's candidate for the Secretary General of the Commonwealth. But Lennox Linton, the leader of the opposition in Dominica, the man who wants to lead this country, said to the region and the world that he had no confidence in the ability of a Dominican-born lady to lead the Commonwealth. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Baroness Patricia Scotland of Vickers, Penville, and St. Joe is the Commonwealth Secretary General elect, ladies and gentlemen. And there is nothing that Lennox Linton or anyone in the leadership of the United Workers' Party can do about that. And as Scotland said, Dio successel. But ladies and gentlemen, that issue goes to the heart of leadership in 2016. It speaks to the issue of judgment. It speaks to the issue of competence. It speaks to the issue of understanding global geopolitical situations. It speaks to the issue of suitability for leadership of Dominica in 2016. All counts, ladies and gentlemen, Lennox Linton failed miserably. I keep telling you, that boy Lennox Linton needs to grow up. He needs to become a big and responsible man, ladies and gentlemen. So we meet here in St. Joseph this evening against the backdrop of significant improvements in the quality of life of Dominicans following the disaster of August 2015. This is the real world we're living in, ladies and gentlemen. And I am saying tonight, beyond any fear of doubt or contradiction, that there is no other political party in the Commonwealth of Dominica tonight that could have occupied the halls of government in the aftermath of Tropical Storm Erica and received as much assistance and support, as much outpouring of love, concern, and genuine sympathy as did this government that he returned to office on December 8, 2014. None of us knew what lay ahead when the voters of the country returned the Dominica Labour Party to a fourth term in office. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, while we would wish that Erica did not pass Dominica's way on August 27th, as a patriotic Dominicans, we give God thanks for saving us from the ravages of a United Workers' Party government led by the politically obnoxious and highly divisive Lennox Linton. We are not here, ladies and gentlemen, this evening to beat our chests over all that we have achieved since being returned to office 13 months ago, or about the rapid rebound of this nation since the passage of Tropical Storm Erica. Several speakers before me have alluded to our accomplishments in various spheres of social and economic endeavor. I thought, ladies and gentlemen, that the speakers were excellent tonight. Every man and woman represented himself very well tonight, and I congratulate them for their excellent presentations. Comrades and friends, many of you in this audience suffered loss of loved ones, loss of limb, loss of property, and loss of spirit. You recall very well how the leadership of the government spun into action and calmed the fears of Dominicans. You recall how quickly we united this country around a common cause. You recall how all-embracing the leadership of this government was in looking out for every and each citizen, each and every community, each and every family, irrespective of color, class, creed, or political persuasion. So I'm not here this evening to list our achievements or detail the work we are doing. The time for that will come. Indeed, this is perhaps an opportune time for me to indicate to you, the supporters of this government, and to the wider population of Dominica, that very shortly I'll be delivering a comprehensive report card on the progress of his government in 13 short months to forge ahead with a mandate to the people in light of and in spite of the passage of Tropical Storm Erica. You will hear it all then, chapter and verse. So tonight is not about the number of bridges we built or about the number of houses that are under construction. Tonight is not the night for me to recap our outreach and our tangible assistance to the farming and fishing communities. Tonight is not the occasion when we shall speak about the direct assistance we have given to resuscitate many small businesses and the write-off of debts and fees owed by companies, large and small, in our efforts to save them from operational collapse. Our report card is impressive and would be the toast of any fair and independent review tribunal. But tonight is not the night for that. Stay tuned to your radios and television sets, and very soon you shall hear when my address to the nation will be made and the measures that will be put in place to accelerate the pace of reconstruction and development in this beautiful country of ours. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, I want to do two things. I want first to thank you for your continued prayers and well wishes. It is the power of your voices raised in prayers and praise to the Almighty God that gives me the strength, the wisdom, and the determination to move forward with the national agenda day after day. It is your calls, messages, and other well wishes that help my ministers and I remain focused in the face of persecution. Persecution originating in and circulating to the international community, but which is masterminded right here in Dominica. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you and tell you how much I appreciate all of you here. You have been marvelous over the past 13 months. They have thrown every missile at us. They have joined forces with every known enemy of Dominica and fired their best shots. But together as a party in government, together as a family of laborites, together as the leadership of this country, we rallied together and we have prevailed, ladies and gentlemen. We have prevailed. Growing up in Vekas, we had a saying that there's no bite worse than that of your own dog. Even if it is not as serious a bite, it hurts you more when one of your own turns on you. In this instance, the attacks and criticisms of Dominica by foreign individuals are unfortunate and in many instances very painful and harmful to individual and country alike. But the most brutal and unkindest cut of all is knowing that all the filth that has been written and circulated worldwide about Dominica is formulated right here in Roseau, Dominica, or in the Dominican diaspora, by persons masquerading as Dominicans, but who have absolutely no interest or stake in this land of ours. My dear people, when you travel abroad, whether it is in the Caribbean, the United States Virgin Islands, US mainland, Canada, or Europe, you can always tell a laborite from any other. A Dominican living abroad who meets you and inquires lovingly about the island, or about wanting to invest in his country or return to his country one day and live out their retirement years. Any such Dominican you meet is a Labourite. Labourites love Dominica. Even if they're not happy with something their party does in government, that does not distract them from their interest in the welfare and well-being of this country. They may tell you they're vexed with their pal rep, or they do not like something that Skerrit said or did. But the overriding theme of their conversation is the expression of love for Dominica and wanting to see Dominica succeed. Then you meet an individual who confronts you in the most aggressive and confrontational manner. He or she has nothing good to say about Dominica, will vow never to return to Dominica, neither on holiday or to reside. That person, ladies and gentlemen, is not a Labourite. That person reads all sorts of salacious gossip about Dominica and rushes to judgment without checking the accuracy of a single allegation. That person is not a Labourite. The person who compares the road network in Dominica to that of the United States, or the healthcare package in a negative way to that which is available here in Dominica, is not a Labourite. Labourites love Dominica. They are proud of Dominica. They want to see Dominica succeed. That, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the reasons I am so proud and honored to be the leader of this great political party at this exciting juncture of our development. It is also why, ladies and gentlemen, I feel compelled tonight to address a development of major concern to me as Prime Minister of this country. I have been in public life long enough to know and understand the nature of party politics in Dominica and the wider Caribbean. I understand very well that persons elected to Parliament on the opposite side feel and see it as their duty to criticize. I have no difficulty with criticizing, ladies and gentlemen. My motto is simple. They criticize, we construct, and we deliver. For the last 15 years, this government was pilloried on a daily basis by opposition politicians who saw it as their duty not to support anything the government said or did. I did not agree with that posture, and I feel our development suffered as a result of the tendency by some to criticize merely for criticizing's sake. But notwithstanding our many battles as government and opposition, over the last 15 years, I never had any reason to question the patriotism of Edison James or Ron Green as leaders of the United Workers' Party. Hector John is not a very smart guy. And his was a very undistinguished stint as leader of the opposition. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, during the period that he served, Hector Sparks John will be remembered mostly for making the worst budget replies in the history of modern world. But ladies and gentlemen, I warned in the last general elections campaign that we ran the risk of taking our politics and the conduct of public life in Dominica to a frighteningly low level with the endorsement of Lennox Linton as the leader of that party. I did not say this, ladies and gentlemen, to score any minor political point. I was never in doubt of winning the last election, because I knew we had delivered as best we could, and that you, the voters of Dominica, recognize and appreciate this to be the case. I warned of the danger in electing Lennox Linton to Parliament because I have followed his flight path over the past 15 years. I spoke with colleague prime ministers for whom he ran occasional errands, and they all related a tendency and a capacity to stretch and distort facts. You just need to give Linton a sentence and he can make a story. Lennox Linton is not a politician. Lennox Linton is a tabloid writer who was handpicked by a group of foreign businessmen to toe a particular line. Was he to be elected Prime Minister of Dominica, ladies and gentlemen? He has brought no honor or decorum to public life in our country. I am saying this evening, ladies and gentlemen, that wherever there's anything negatively written about Dominica, the shadow of Lennox Linton is never far away. Many of you did not take the heart to heart my warnings in the last campaign. Have been shocked and alarmed by the seeming onslaught of negative articles about Dominica and myself emanating from various parts of the world. A few of you have actually done some checks and discovered many of the referenced publications to be non-existent or with negligible circulation, and that many of the articles are written under fictitious names. These negative articles, ladies and gentlemen, are not coincidental or accidental. It is not that all of a sudden the whole world is interested in Dominica. These articles are appearing every 7 to 10 days because they have been commissioned by persons acting for and on behalf of the leadership of the United Workers' Party. The passage of Tropical Storm Erica has worsened the situation and the desperation of its individuals. And one expects in the course of the next 6 months for these salacious writings to increase in frequency. You can rest assured also that the victory of Dominica's candidate in the race of the Commonwealth Secretary General is also associated with the venom and frequency of these articles. They are meant to harm Dominica economically. They are meant to dissuade governments, corporations, and individuals from cooperating or doing any business with and in Dominica. These articles are payback for two things, ladies and gentlemen. The victory of the Dominica Labour Party at the polls in December 2014 and the triumph of Dominica's candidate in the last year's election of a new Commonwealth Secretary General. The thinking of the opposition in Dominica tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is quite clear. They know that notwithstanding the damage wrought upon our island by the passage of Tropical Storm Erica, this government is more than capable of building back and rebuilding Dominica better than ever. Indeed, they know that based on the submissions we have made and the promises that have been forthcoming, the infrastructure of this country will in 3 years be better than it was before Erica. They know that this Labour government is capable of attracting the necessary grant and concessionary funding to build and rebuild hundreds of houses for the people displaced by the storm. The opposition in this country knows that I will do my utmost to secure opportunities for the farmers of this country. We are going to nurture the increase of agricultural output in Dominica. I am determined to maintain a zero tax regime on agricultural inputs. And I have made it clear to the government of Morocco that I need to be able to continue accessing fertilizer at an affordable and concessionary rate so that the savings can be passed on to the farmers of Dominica. The opposition of this country knows, ladies and gentlemen, that the National Employment Program, the NEP, will continue, particularly during this challenging period when families are trying desperately to rebuild their lives. And I can report to you, as of tonight, we have 1,047 Dominicans fully employed under the National Employment Program. They know, ladies and gentlemen, that we will maintain an open-door policy to hoteliers and others involved in the vital tourism industry, and that as soon as practical, we will give the sector an ease so that it too can quicken the pace of making our local tourism plans better than before. So what's at issue here, ladies and gentlemen, is not the competence of this government. What's at issue here is not our ability to get the job done and rebuild this country as a shining example to the world. There is no doubt whatsoever about our capacity and ability to get the job done. What the opposition in this country is worried about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is what the rapid rebuilding of this country in 4 short years would mean for the electoral chances at the next general elections. They know, ladies and gentlemen, that if we successfully rebuild this country in 4 short years, that will be the end of the Workers' Party, ladies and gentlemen. They know that if Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party are given a free hand to implement the party's programs, every single seat they have will be under threat and possibly lost at the next general elections. So they have embarked on a campaign of what I will call tonight economic terrorism. They want to so discredit this government and its democratically elected leader that no one in the world would want to do business with Dominica, and therefore the economy would falter. Have you, ladies and gentlemen, heard them hail the fact that the Chinese government promised to rebuild the West Coast Road? Have you heard them endorse the pledged support from the British government and French government? Have they congratulated Venezuela for the support and assistance it is giving in the area of housing? The answer, my dear friends, is no. They have not endorsed any of this because it is not what they want. They want everybody to abandon Dominica. Lennox Linton and his colleagues in the United Workers' Party want to be able to go into the campaign next election complaining that we had not fixed the roads. They want few, if any, new houses to be built. They want for communities to still remain cut off from the rest of the country. They want widespread suffering and out of control unemployment. The trajectory of every single instance, ladies and gentlemen, is opposite. We shall build back and transform this country in the next 4 years. And that is what has Lennox Linton and his co-conspirators mad and angry. That is why they have teamed up with foreign journalistic assassins to slow and stymie the pace of economic development in Dominica. These nasty and salacious articles you are seeing creeping up all over the place are the handiwork of persons in positions of leadership and influence in the United Workers' Party. They are bearing all sorts of fictitious names and originating from all corners of the globe. But I am telling you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, they are all fabricated here in Dominica, in the lying incubator of the United Workers' Party. Understand this tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The enemies of Dominica are the friends of Lennox Linton and others in the leadership of the Workers' Party. Their infantile thinking is that if they can black-eye Dominica and slowed the flow of direct aid and assistance to this country, the government would not be able to complete its transformation of the country in 4 short years. If they can discredit the citizenship by investment program and make Dominica an attractive place to obtain citizenship, then revenues would fall and the government would not be able to rebuild the country. Or the government would then have to increase taxes on the people, making itself unpopular in the sight. They have reasoned that if they can make foreign governments think twice about offering assistance with the rebuilding of Dominica, then the government would not be able to produce an impressive performance card in 4 years, and this would enhance the chances of winning the next elections. So this whole guerrilla campaign they're waging is about better positioning themselves to win. They don't care about you or your social and economic well-being. They would love for persons to remain in shelters for the next 5 years. They would love for bridges to remain inaccessible and for the country to remain in a state of disrepair and confusion. This is what this guerrilla campaign is all about. So this unending series of salacious nastiness that you are seeing circulating all over the internet is the opposition's effort at making it difficult for this government to succeed in its quest to transform the lives of Dominicans and the landscape of this beautiful country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I said this tonight and left it at that, they will be correct in saying tomorrow that Skerrit is only trying to badmouth Linton, and that Skerrit had no evidence of collaboration between the leadership of the United Workers' Party and the producers of this filth that has been written and circulated about Skerrit and the government that he leads. So the question tonight is, how do I know of this collaboration? What evidence is there to support my submission that you're working in tandem? I want to make it clear to you tonight that I am not in the business of tapping anyone's phones or hacking into anyone's computers. We all know which party did this 2 elections ago. Indeed, I am putting Laborites on notice tonight that the hackers are up to their dirty tricks again. That there are persons close to me whose emails are being tampered with every single day. Supporters and associates of mine are getting messages from Yahoo and Gmail, etc., that their emails are being tampered with. So we know that what the hackers did 6 years ago, and we are compiling evidence to show that they are doing it again. But my submission tonight is not about hacking. They can pry into emails as much as they like. They can tap into cell phone calls as much as they wish. I am not bothered because I have nothing to hide. But what concerns me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is what I know to be the collusion of leaders of the United Workers' Party with authors of nasty articles being circulated in the name of investigative journalism. And I will give you tonight just one example of this collusion. A couple weeks ago, many of you would have seen and heard of an interview given by Lennox Linton to a Teal Bruckner. Teal Bruckner was said to be this noted international writer working on articles concerning economic citizenship programs in the Caribbean for several international media outlets. Teal Bruckner has had nothing good to say about Dominica or its CBI program. Teal Bruckner has had nothing positive to say about his government or its leader, Roosevelt Skerrit. Teal Bruckner did this interview with Lennox Linton and circulated far and wide, suggesting it was the product of fear and reasonable journalism. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know where Till Bruckner, the purported global international writer, has been camped out or living for the past few weeks? You would expect that an independent writer wanting to do objective writing in Dominica would want to maintain independence and objectivity. Well, I am sorry to inform you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that the Till Bruckner who authored that infamous article in which Lennox Linton said all manner of evil about Dominica, its CBI program, and about its democratically elected leader, Roosevelt Skerritt. That same Till Bruckner has spent the last few weeks living out right here in Dominica at a family home of an opposition parliamentarian. But furthermore, I want Lennox Linton to tell the country tomorrow morning how well he knows Till Bruckner, whether he is aware of the presence of Till Bruckner in this country, whether he has hosted Till Bruckner at his home several times socially, whether he was instrumental in arranging for Till Bruckner to stay not at a hotel, as any objective, independent journalist or writer would, but as a guest of a family of one of the opposition parliamentarians in Dominica. Till Bruckner would want the world to believe that he is an independent, objective writer. I want him now to tell the world how credible and objective any of his writings henceforth can be when he chooses the bed of the opposition in Dominica to rest his head. Till Bruckner, I ask you tonight, who is paying you to write these nasty articles on Dominica? Who paid your ticket to come to Dominica? Who is feeding and maintaining you during your stay in Dominica? I want Till Bruckner or any opposition parliamentarian in Dominica, including Senator Felix Thomas, to answer these questions. I am going further to say tonight that several of the nasty, salacious articles circulating globally about Dominica and Roosevelt Skerritt in recent weeks were first written on the same computer, even though they were purportedly authored by persons living in various parts of the world. But I will not give you more information tonight, as I am giving opposition operators in Dominica all the rope they require to hang themselves. Now, do you understand what I mean when I say to you that these salacious articles being written about Dominica are not accidental? Do you understand what I say when I mean? Do you understand what I say when I say what to you, ladies and gentlemen, that the motive of the authors has to be seriously questioned? These opposition operators in Dominica have teamed up with foreign journalistic assassins to portray Dominica and its leader in the worst possible light. I cannot understand, ladies and gentlemen, the logic of destroying a country you wish to lead. They claim they want to lead Dominica. They insist they would like an opportunity to govern this country. Yet every instrument of governance in this country they criticize and tear down. When you destroy the name and image of Dominica in 2016, how do you hope to inherit and lead the government in 2019? The utterances and actions of the opposition in Dominica make absolutely no sense to me. People who do not wish to do business with Dominica in 2016 will not change their minds 4 years from now because of a change of government. Persons who view the Dominica CBI program with disdain in 2016 will not change that view or perception 4 years from now. What these people are doing to Dominica is nothing short of criminal, ladies and gentlemen. They are destroying the name and image of this country in the quest for political advantage. Well, let me say something here this evening, and I want you to listen to me very carefully. On the night of December 8th, when we won the last election, I told my wife and a few very close associates and my colleagues that that was my last election campaign as the leader of this great political party. I had absolutely no intention of contesting the next election as prime ministerial candidate. But these guys have made me mad, ladies and gentlemen. These guys have made me angry. These guys are doing damage to Dominica that will take more than 5 years to repair. I have now told myself my work in this country is not complete. Not only will we rebuild this country in 4 short years, but I will lead my forces into battle one more time to defeat Lennox Linton and the Workers' Party. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to defeat them badly. I want to punish them for the wrong that they're doing to Dominica. I am predicting here in St. Joseph tonight. That we'll take back no less than the 4 seats from them, ladies and gentlemen. They can fight their wars. They can fight their wars in international media. I will fight my war in the homes and villages of Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. I will fight my wars in the homes and villages of Dominica. It's blows they want, and it's blows they will get, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I give you the assurance that Roosevelt Skerrit, God willing, shall be back to lead his forces into battle for 4 years from now. Tired to see me face? They will not get me out of the race, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, I view these individuals in the leadership of the United Workers' Party not as clever politicians, but as traitors to Dominica. They're selling this country out. They're teaming up with others to portray Dominica as a place not worthy of investment, not worthy of residing, not worthy of visiting, and not worthy of assisting. Years ago, this would have been called treason. Tonight, I say to you, they are traitors, ladies and gentlemen. I view them as traitors, and I want you to do the same as well. When you see them on the streets, in the supermarkets, at a funeral, on a plane, or even in the cars, shout out to every single one of them, traitor, ladies and gentlemen. What do you call them? What do you call them? When you see Lennox Clinton, what do you call him? When you see Thompson Fontaine, what do you call him? When you see Monel Williams, what do you call her? That's what you must call them, traitors. Every single one of them who join with others to tear down and destroy the name of Dominica must be called out for what they are. Traitors, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I have called the family of Labour here in St. Joseph to say to you, I have called the family of Labour here into St. Joseph to say to you, it is fight back time. It is fight back time, ladies and gentlemen. We have sat silent for months and allowed them to strut their stuff. They have gone far and wide with this insidious campaign, targeting the economic welfare and well-being of Dominica. Tonight, I say to the family of the Dominica Labour Party, I have had enough, ladies and gentlemen. In the coming days and weeks, we shall unveil strategies to deal with all the lies that have been told and the propaganda that has been promoted. We shall outline policies to deal with genuine areas of concern, and we shall address areas of worry or discomfort to you, the people of Dominica. You are my employer. I report to you. I have consulted you, and you have shared your concerns and dissatisfactions, and I shall report to you in the days and weeks ahead what I will do as your humble servant to remedy any real or perceived weaknesses in the governance and administration of this country or any local or international programs that it administers. This country shall be governed by best practices, and we shall never be too big or too arrogant to take stock and address genuine concerns, genuine areas of concerns. So have no fear, my brothers and sisters. Your Dominica Labour Party in government is strong, focused, and united. We are working together for the betterment of you, your family, your community, and this beloved country of ours. It is proposed that in addition to the address of the nation, which I will be delivering soon, we shall ourselves, as a governing party, take this series of public meetings to every constituency in the hope of educating and sensitizing residents to what is happening in the country and to the fact that your government is motoring along with its mandate as set forth by you, the voters of this country. We shall build Dominica better. Have absolutely no fear of that. Very shortly, we shall speak to a number of large-scale projects that will not only address infrastructure, but which shall also create valuable jobs and help stimulate economic activity in the country. We shall deal with the enemies of Dominica in a very systematic way. We are on to them in a way that they do not even suspect. We will shatter the conspiracy. We will break up the unholy alliance of foreign journalistic assassins and political wannabes here in Dominica. This meeting tonight is but the first in the series. Fear not, my brothers and sisters. The Labour Party will govern Dominica responsibly. But as of tonight, it will also take the fight to the detractors here in Dominica and those living abroad. I thank you very much for coming out tonight. I thank those of you who have followed this meeting on radio and who viewed it via the live stream. I thank members of the Cabinet of Ministers and the executive and membership of the Labour Party for the continued cooperation and support. We are focused, my dear people. Do not mistake silence for weakness. We are systematic in our execution of policies as well as strategies. Rest assured, the battle will always be won by a united Dominica Labour Party. Support your pal reps, my dear people. These are difficult circumstances and progress takes time. But rest assured, brothers and sisters, we have your back. We shall deliver on our promises and we shall fight and triumph over the enemy. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice, ladies and gentlemen. Drive safely on the roads. Go to your homes in peace, knowing that all is well in Galilee, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say to you that we shall never forget you. Your unwavering commitment to Dominica, your unwavering support of this great political party will never go unnoticed. Rest assured that as leader of this party and as leader of this government, we'll do everything possible with the help of God to help you, to help your families, and to build this country. You are the reason why I'm here tonight. And you are the reason why I will continue to fight, to defend this country, and to protect the future of your children. I appreciate very much the love and admiration which you have extended to me. And to say to you, I love you. I love you very much. I love you just as my family, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate the love. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. Good night to you, and may God bless you. May God bless the Dominica Labour Party, and may God bless this great country of ours. Let us, as true patriots, stand in defense and solidarity of our country, and we shall fight back, ladies and gentlemen, from henceforth. These traitors who are seeking to destroy your future and the future of your children, to destroy the opportunities that this country continue to provide for your families. They are not your friends. They do not love you, and they do not love Dominica. And, ladies and gentlemen, let us continue to hold strong. Thank you. Let me tell you, look out for me in the Juve band. Look out for me in the Juve band. Please, we are always a peaceful party. Let us promote peace, security, and safety in our country. I want you, those of you who participate in carnival activities, to enjoy yourself, but enjoy yourself in a peaceful way. Let us not overdo the drinking. Let us always be sober and fair-minded. Let us maintain peace and order in our country. I love you very much. God bless you. God bless our country.
The mic. Thank you very much, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. And we're ready for the fight, to take the fight back where it's supposed to be. And as we leave here tonight, let us sing the party song. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. We shall not be moved. We love Skerrit. We love Skerrit. He shall not be moved. We love Skerrit. He shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. He shall not be moved. Labour! Labour! We're going and we're chipping behind the Labour Cabinet band. The Central Labour Cabinet takes it away. Good night, everybody. Safe trip back home. Listen to your radio for the next public political meeting of the Dominica Labour Party. Good night, and God bless you.